You know, at least as far as everything goes. Please tell me that. Oh. You know, it would have been nice of me. Where the... Right, my phone is currently on my bed. You get to see very stiff-faced me for a minute. Okay, well, that's fun. One moment. Hold on. Hello. 1 second. God, can I just phone? There we go. So forgive me, it's still very, 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 very hot right now. So I've just was wearing too many clothes. And also, last time I did a stream like this, hold on. Last time I did a stream in the void here, where is... There it is. We might go through some other music here, but this is much more of the calming stuff here. Yes, hello everyone. How are we doing on this fine insert daytime I don't have anything. Blah. There we go. Is everyone doing fine? Everyone doing... Did I just... What? Hold on, did I just kill... Apparently I just killed that. Hold on. Did not mean to kill you. Hold on, there's the music. Wily Tom Death Battle. Well, that sounds like a fun time. Zora, why do you sigh now? Hold on. Also, for anyone wondering, I am going to, despite this supposed to be being more of the calm stream, I am going to have all the text and sound stuff on. It's just going to be very quiet. So that we can have our nice Kazira Ghost. Everyone, if you are not in the live, or if you are on the chat and you can switch from top chat to live chat to see the local ghost, the ghost will only be visible to me, and for some reason, man, that really... 1 second, where... I was gonna do something else here. Right, I need to turn on all the other codes. You know, I wanted... Originally, I was gonna have this be a nice, very quiet stream, but it is way too hot right now. Even with my AC blasting as full, I am still feeling hot, so if I were to have turned that off, Okay, apparently I can't make that noise for some reason. No, there is merely the infinite army. There is... Okay, where the hell do I... 1 second. There. Furret, you're not turned on yet. I have not turned you on yet, Furret. You can't. As you could hear the incredibly quiet "Oh Daddy" from Freeman declaring inner peace. Freeman, the loyal Freeman here. That was... You could only hear it very faintly. You could hear it as if you were listening to the 2.5 years or however long into the past, long ago, that I said the "Oh Daddy" as Mr. X snuck up on me. Man, that was some time ago. I also love how that is just on screen now. How fun that is. Lovely. Aww. Lovely internet disturbance in force. No, there is no disturbance. Also, hold on, let me... Alright, I still have yet to turn you on. I actually... 1 second, we turn on Cooter Dude first because we do... Look, we do this all in the procedural order. I have a few other music stuff in mind for the potential music to do. Kuda, why did that work? I've always historically had to reboot you. Yeah, no, I've been under dangerous hot weather watch warning thing for a while now. I haven't turned on the base code, I just realized, hold on. So yeah, that is my situation. How in the hell did I, hold on. Alright, for it, your code is turned on, do a test for it, test if your code works. Don't worry. Yes, the only thing is, I wish it wasn't again, so I could turn off the AC and be more properly of the quiet stream. Right, that just kills it. Hold on, there we go. There we go. Say where you are from. I would say protect your...
31 degrees Celsius. I feel like I'm literally dying in 20 to 24 degrees at night.
Can someone convert that to freedom units real quick? Because I grew up in Freedom Land. Zora, Zora, if you... Yeah, I mean, half the people here won't even see it anyway, but... What did I just open? My brain... you shall go convert. Thank you for it. Because... I think currently... Yeah. I mean, we all saw when in the Discord server that one time where I posted an image that displayed it. Contra that doesn't matter. Yeah, I do say. I just say don't be too specific on it for your own, you know, specificity, safety, and all that. Also, Kuda, yours seemed to work. 80 to 88. Yeah, I've been a little bit hotter than that where I am. Little bit hotter than that where I am, and I'm currently the wall of my living place is being blasted by the sun, so I'm absorbing extra heat directly into my existence. Hate summer? No, I've told the story. I've nearly died because of the hot weather. I've nearly died because of the hot weather when I used to live out of a car. You are the Canadian. Oh, Zora is the Canada. Zora of the Canada. What, the growing it in annoyances of the heart. What about the heart being annoyed? What about the heart being annoyed? Yeah, I haven't told that story in a while. Yeah, I think it was, you know, I was, whatchamacallit? Oh, heat? Sorry, I guess I'm just... Look, I'm used to hearts being ranted about around here, so... Also, for it, out of curiosity, at the current volume, can I get a test roar? I'm requesting a roar. Just to see how that sounds at this current volume. The distant apocalypse. But yeah, and bearing in mind, hot and cold is slightly relative, because acclimation is a thing. But yeah, no, I've been... Back when I was working overnights and living out of my car in like 90+ degree summers, or in a 90+ degree summer, yeah, no, that was not fun. That was not a fun time. Interesting to look back on, but...
This is the apocalypse of roar. Loon hears from his pocket dimension while I'm doing the funny.
I misread funny as furry. When I'm doing the furry. Were. Still is. Also, I may have spilled a bunch of God damn it, Give me a minute, I just spilled a bunch of liquid all over myself.
Manager, I am not doing the furry.
1 second, hold on. I come back and the first thing I see is yandere furry, then it's okay, or then we can talk. But also, yeah, no, actually this is an interesting thing. I had enough money to afford a place, it was just availability and not knowing what the hell to do at the time. That was the main problems at the time. And even now, I still live in probably the cheapest place I can find. And I'm afraid, partially, to move elsewhere for sake of many things, despite the internet problems of my current abode.
Greetings for the employee. Nico from the indie game one-shot. B1 Battles Droid. Chatterbuns. Zora Zipfi. Shadow. Joe. Sabero Freeman. Hello all. Now a shh and shush and shh. Silence.
The way that voice said silence was very nice. I do enjoy how all the voices have come to a point that people are sharing. No, I've said this. I live in a building that is primarily, is non-residential. Why am I in the void? Because this is a calm and quiet stream. I've had this here for a while. We just get to relax here in the calm. I had other music planned as well. This was just the music I used last time, but I also have other calming music lined up if I so desire. I just wanted to, you know. The chatting streams tend to veer into chaos eventually, but, you know. You know. This is effectively, the chaos will still probably come, but it's gonna be a calmer chaos. Also, I felt like I was gonna say something else. This is If I weren't still corpsey, I would probably be blushing. Windows facing the sun. For it, that is the situation I am in currently. And at least for you, night and the darkness has come. Meanwhile, the sun is still currently blasting the side of my living quarters. I actually have debated this. There was... Stop it. So long because of the heat. It might actually be a good investment for me. I was looking around. I think my AC unit isn't as powerful as it should be. Hiding. Wait, I was gonna say, you can't tell me what to do, and then I realized I'm just saying your name, given what you've told me. I could hide if I want to. Wait a minute, I could... And now I am simply one with the stars. And now I return. What was I in the middle of saying? I feel like I was in the middle of saying several different things.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, right. I was recently, because I thought my AC unit was broken recently, relatively recently. Turns out it just had ice in it, and it was still hot in here because sun beating. and I did see it was a bit expensive, but there was another AC unit that was rated to A, do more area than the one I currently have, and B, be very quiet. The Dream Sweeper game. That was a fun little one-off. But also, I mean, what is it? I mean, I've had this void chat before. I mean, last time I did this, it ended up with me trying to draw a xenomorph from memory. I don't think we'll be doing something like that again, but... You know, I do. Rain is definitely a fun. Can we see the image? I don't think I exported the image. Hold on. It did not come out very good, and it was influenced by the fact I had recently looked at the, oh, Zora is in bed. How fun. What is it? No, it was tainted by the fact I had recently seen the Xenomorph ABC's book, which was, you know... I wish I could... I don't know, or I don't think you should be able to hear the AC currently with how I have audio set up. But I do wish I could, you know. While the AC is currently on, like, I couldn't lower barriers and do... Lower, like, sound gate and such. Because I have to have those settings on, otherwise it will be, it would be noticeable. I would know I checked it before with all the settings removed, with all the barriers up. But yes, this stream is just meant to be our nice little, we sit here and we have ourselves a nice little quiet calm time. I'd almost actually... I was actually asleep a little bit ago, but... You know. We're here. Why do you keep calling me cute? Stop it! Immediately followed up by a droid saying hi. What a lovely... Never... Oh, wait, Heart of Aspiration. Oh, I didn't even see the Heart of Aspiration. Sorry, I was too busy being flustered. My apologies. Nah, I mean, currently... Actually, actually, how does... Nope, that was wrong. There's that one. Okay, look, I walk the worlds between... I don't know. Welcome to Silent Cliff. Exactly. Exactly. You know what? I guess everyone is entitled to their opinions about me. God, that is... Wow. Although I do hope... I don't know what... Oh, God, there are too many... Between what apparently the cute and handsome that go on. There are... I do hope to at some point... I have too many things I am working on at the moment. A song thing that actually has a deadline. A video edit that I want to get out somewhat soon, which is an edit of all the repo streams I've done so far, which is gonna come out to be like a 5-hour video at the pace that I'm editing. Plus new model stuff that I want to... God, I want to... Hold on. Do I have any... Why is OBS like this? Hold on. Okay, it's not here. You know what's funny? I've actually said this. This calm voice... white noise cancellation. I actually hate that type of whatchamacallit? I hate that type of white noise because I usually just fall asleep to random YouTube. Where am I? I am nowhere and everywhere all at once. Actually, hold on. How does? Oh, I'm in my folder. Sorry for the ASMR Windows 11 notification. The lovely Windows 11 notification there. Wah 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 wah. Kuta shall be whack. Wait, do I still? I'm sure I have that somewhere. I mentioned that relatively recently. Spiders be friends. There. Piddly pumperson. Thank you, Zora, for piddly pumpersoning this chat. Playing a shump? What the hell does shump mean? Look, fleshbag is not off the table. Fleshbag is definitely on the table. There is a fleshbag on the table. ASMR Lori Gross that's extreme. You know what's funny? I did at some point dig up my old microphone and its cable in case I ever wanted to do an ASMR stream, because it's not a good for ASMR mic, but it can do bidirectional. So it would right, there was one instance where I actually did use its function for that. God, that was in the original model days, if you want an idea of how far back that was, and I don't even remember what stream it was on. Huh. Man. The history of this channel runs deep and long. History of this channel runs deep and long. Furt, you're back. Welcome back. God, there are times I've been thinking I've been doing this channel for almost 4 years at this point. There have been a few times where I completely thought about just like, yeah, you know what, maybe just move on again, give up at some point. No, actually, I do remember it. There was... I don't actually think it was particularly bad as far as any numbers or anything went, but it was like early 2023 where I was only streaming like I had it on a sheet at one point, like somewhere between around February and the months surrounding it, there were, Call Me Flashbag, yeah, it's not entirely, hold on. Wait, is this gonna turn me? This is just changing me into the suit. Hold on, wrong thing. I mean, you may, but I mean, it's not always the most accurate thing to call me. Graduate, not on my watch. Nah, not, like I said, 2023 was probably the worst, or at least early, but that was due to a lot of other stuff as well. Because there are just... Did your message even pop up? Which one? The last thing you have said, Zora, was not like me because I be the spider. That was the last thing you had said. I also just God, it's been... 2022 was when this model was debuted, jeez. This Man, am I glad I have the volume down. I don't know which one that was, Thumb, but God. So no. Remember, Zora, around here, if you need to censor yourself, or if you need to censor yourself to get around YouTube tomfoolery, we use the word cabbage. The word cabbage is the safe word. What the loon doing? The loon is resting in the void, as we all be here. Actually, hold on. One second. I had different like I said, I had multiple different musics potentially played. Let's change it up a little bit. Hold on. This one. The Halo, the 8-hour. Even when it's quiet, it's still staggering. The corporation. You deliberately separated library. Are you trying to say Black Widow and YouTube is not letting that through? Is that what you're attempting to say? No, well, that clearly got through there. Jumping spiders are indeed adorable. There was one on my desk a little bit ago, and I kind of was just looking at him like, oh my god, widow guy. At least I think it's a guy if I'm judging by size proper. I just realized we could absolutely turn this into like Shower Stream 2.0. Lunaism. I don't have the currently not at the moment. We are currently just relaxation talk. And the urge to demand the uppies. Oh yes. Okay. Look, if you're gonna kill any spiders, you are no friend of mine. Spiders are all with extra arm. How many? You know what? All the better for grabbing everything with, I should say. Ah, how comforting. Also, I'm really, I don't know. I don't know. That was, what the hell did I even change on this? Oh right, yeah, I did hit that layer. Do not save that one. Yeah, we're going back to the philosophy music. Extra. How many extra arms may I ask? Wait, do I even have the? No, I don't have the wings on here. I'll bot back when need them. That is lovely. Why did that make me want to bring the crystal? Alarm clock indeed. Alarm clock indeed. Just to? I'm sure you... Why did I want to say I'm sure you could do more if you tried? Also, Nico, that... Just, don't try and act like a moderator around here, please. Thumb.
Alarm clock tilted left, alarm clock tilted.
Why are we tilting
right,
them?
Alarm clock tilted left, alarm clock tilted right.
Why are we tilting them? Why are we tilting them?
Earlier thou said even quieter, mind roar is still staggering. Aren't these saying it's actually startles thee occasionally?
Well, when the
glass tilted left.
I see we have a Freddy in the distance.
Glass tilted.
We have a lovely
Magnifying. Glass tilted and I left.
How long is that as an emote?
Magnifying. Glass tilted right.
Oh my god, that is... That one emote is... That one emote is so many characters, god. I guess it's good of me to have a friggin' character limit on even my moderators. I can't...
Hold on, how can I do? I'm trying to do a soft Virgilius, but it's way too high pitch. And
I guess I could just do it as that voice, because that's fine enough. You only sent 4 of them. Yes, and it lasted a really long time. That is an incredibly long emote. Oh, yeah, that is an incredibly just long emote. They're blue. That is... Just ignore... can we get a message from McDoy? Are we... It's just Doy. McDoy is a separate entity. McDoy is... Do we want... Okay, here's the thing. Do we want the lore to be we have Doy and McDoy? Did that message pop up? Zora, your last message that popped up was just 2 extra ones. That was your last message, so I presume not. Man, for some reason... Man, even in live chat, I feel like I need to have some other way of contacting you just so you can undo the censorship. Or just so that YouTube can't block you. We just have a specific chat somewhere off to the side entitled Zora. Does it show up in the Python? Actually, hold on to that. Ow. Unfortunately, it appears to not show up in the Python. McDoy is the McDonald's ripoff? Well, hold up. We could have Doy. Hold on. Second chat called cognition filter off. Yeah, how exactly would I do that? How exactly would I... What chat... On one hand, Twitch chat is a little bit sometimes more free than all that, but... I mean, I can hide amongst the stars if I really want to. Hold on. There I am. And now I am simply a star amongst many. Zora, are you if you really need... I don't want this to... I thought that said Twitch dead for a second, and I was very confused. Looks like there we go, Twitch chatting suits us there. Zora, I don't want to resort to this, but I guess technically you could if YouTube is really not letting it through. Just email me whatever you wanted to say and I'll read that out. I've had people Discord DM me messages they were trying to send if it wasn't going through. Boop. And voila. Right, I forget this kind of just shows my chest. Badoop. Because of where that... Well, it looks like that... Oh, how fun.
Is it just me, or did Twitch stream die?
It appears fine on my back end. Says it's fine. If you know what, because you don't have a Discord, that would probably be the best way for any of the quick stuff. How does Steam? If you would like to set... Right, Abyssal Trench. Oh, this is an sorry, Burra. Probably involves somewhere screw the German internet. Yes, screw the German. Screw the German. Shepherd. Don't screw the German Shepherd, that's bestiality. Yeah, Zora, I guess if you want to send like a Steam friend code, I can friend you on Steam and then you can just Steam message me. God, that is a weird... I've never relied on Steam message for anything.
Do not screw the German, that would be screwing me.
Gotcha, you want to stay pure and virgin forever, so no screwing the German. You may not screw the German, for it has declared purity and virginity forever. Therefore, no one may impurely touch the ferret. Don't you need a friend? Don't you need a friend code on Steam? Look, I don't friend people on Steam very often unless it is explicitly for collabs or anything like that. So treat me like a 90-year-old. How does one without friend code? Blah blah blah. Ferret likes women, yeah, and I confuse people into thinking I'm a woman. I'm on the line. At least until I open my mouth. These two. Hold on, how to... Can I just do this? Okay, that was easy enough. But women don't like you. Again, have you tried existing outside of your home for more than 2 seconds and not covered in sweat? Well, okay, covered in sweat. Very much Look, now with the heat currently, covered in sweat is probably going to be a norm. But are so inscribed. You have not tried that? Yes, yeah, we know. Hikikomori, blah, 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 blah. Look, for it, I have said... Hello, John Limbus Company. I have said those words before. Does that count? I don't know. Ask for it about it. I think your two's relationship is different, though. Hold on. That. Yeah, screw it. There we go. There. So, I guess... God, how the hell does Steam message work? Oh, God, I need to... Remind me at some point, I need to ask Dan to make some turkey noises. Not the Dan from chat, but Dan from the... I found you eventually. I also don't want to publicly state the Steam friend code. I am the spy only when I need to be. Only when I need to be. The way too hot today? Yes. It is very hot. Wait, hold on. Sorry, wait. Okay, now I'm wearing more spy-like attire. There we go. The suit is a lovable spy attire thing. Green spy. Yeah, I'm such a spy. I'm not even on any of the proper teams. I am the best of spies. Wait, is that good spy or bad spy if I'm not even on a proper team? Okay. Wait, actually, no, that's how I could get... If I set up a capture for the Steam chat with Zora, that's how I get you on stream if you really care about that. But then that ruins the whole bit about you being the ghost. Now the question is, do we grant you visibility or do we keep up the bit of you being the ghost? You have returned with Wawa. Congratulations. You wawad. We need a Will Smith heart Oh, what? Being ghost. At this point, it's a fun. Wait, Will Smith heart Amber Alert. I thought you were trying to say something about Will Smith and Amber Heard, and I'm just like, what did she poop in his bed too, or? Answer you? Wait. Wait, Zora, you didn't say... You said you just said you don't care about being the ghost. There was no other question that I have seen. Oh, wait, can I actually... Hold on. Oh, wow. So usually YouTube will... If I go into your message history, it'll say, like, these messages held for review. It doesn't even have your hidden messages as held for review. They just don't exist on Steam. It literally just says, okay, hi. There is no question. I see it says, okay, hi. That is all I am seeing. Is even Steam censoring you? Jeez, that is impressive. That is impressive if that is the case. Facepalm. Wait. Hold on. Okay, I like how both... Man, how is it you two both... Furret and Zora have both sent me okay hi, spelled and capitalized completely differently from each other. How do you two manage this? How do you two manage this? Because Zora, you used the okay with 2 letters, and then the hi was lowercase h. Furret was okay-ay, and then hi with a capital H. Huh. But it's not, just say what you want to say. I mean, you can say what you wanted to say. I literally only see okay, hi, and it's not, should I just say what I wanted to say. That is all I am seeing on my end. There's a friendly reminder from FBI that Zora is in. How do you be in watch list? Not censor. All I see is okay, hi. It's not, should I just say what I wanted to say? It's not censoring me on here. I mean, if you say whatever you wish to say over there. Wait, enemy Zora in the watch list. Yeah, the watch list is actually a seclusion zone. Farah, why did you put Purple Pac-Man in Twitch? And also, why is Purple Pac-Man on Twitch? Why is there a Purple Pac-Man on Twitch? Look, there are 13 layers of... I haven't seen... Oh, that... I did see it went up, but I have not consumed it. Oh, was that... Did it, like, try and block you out as stuff? That is a weird... That's a weird thing to censure. To censure? Why did I say it that way? Censure. Put it on... One second, like... One second. Actually, hold on. Where is... I can just do these. This. That one. I know. Okay. Oh. One sec. Can I at least put it to a poll of listening to your video here? Because I do not. Because A, I know not everyone is, into that type of, into ASMR and all that, and also B, I mean, I guess this is more of an ASMR-y stuff, but what was the B? I don't enjoy being just some level of... This is inching too much towards React content, which I have sworn off aggressively in my time. One second. Hold on. One second. Do poll. We can poll this. Because if it were just me, I would definitely listen to it. Power and Dreams, nothing there isn't. One second. This, one second. To the... And I'm presuming the other, whoever was, the person in there, the devil collaborator as well there. Wait, who is that? That one. Skin call, what the hell? Okay. One second. Oh boy. Oh, you gotta go to bed soon anyway. One second. Wait, aren't you already in bed? One second. One second. I'm trying to find a way to word this. Yes, but sleeping. Yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, we are doing a poll, and I let chat's will decide here. I'm letting the votes be decide here. Because regardless, I will likely consume in my own time. Wherever I can. Wow, it is immediately 50-50 split. Why did a ghost post content? Look, you get the afterlife is a boring, and you gotta fill it up somehow. I do wonder why YouTube wasn't even letting that through. I'm wearing the suit. Look, why do you think I send stuff from my own pocket dimension? I'm basically a corpse anyway, so. I will say, just reading the title as almost getting caught, I'm just like, what am I agreeing to right now? You still have not voted and can't see chat with this giant vote on it. Well, damn it for it. Simply be better. Hold on, are you... Okay, get there. Be better Germany. I'll wait for it to get to 2 minutes and then... And I will say this is probably going to be the closest to some level of React content that I will ever do because it is actively being requested. And it fits the theme of calmingness. Alright. Once it ticks over to 2, I will end the poll, and it better not tick over to a 50-50. Also, Zora, you better not use this as an excuse to copyright claim the stream. I'm trusting that you're not going to use this as an excuse to copyright strike or claim the stream. And goddammit, it's went to 50-50. It has kissing. Well, considering kissing is in the title, I would be surprised if it didn't. Actually, yeah, if it didn't have kissing, I would say that would be false advertising. Farewell, Nico. Oi. Is item. Alright, well, we have landed at a 50-50, which in turn usually means I flip a coin for this. Hold on. We can go to the coin if we want to. I enjoy everything being by vote. Like I said, regardless, I'll likely consume it on my own afterwards, after some time, but... Alright. It is going... You only voted no to make it 50-50 first. Alright. I flip the coin. Heads we listen, tails we don't. And the coin has fated it to be listened to. Alright, how the hell do I sort volume on this? Alrighty. 1 second. We get tails, you're making a joke. Well, we didn't make it, we didn't. Okay, so hold on. We're just gonna put a note here. Oi. Oi. 1 second, I need to clicky. That there. Hold on, we need to... That's the wrong button. That is the wrong button. Oh, hey, look, we're here and I can see my own stream here. Hold on. Okay. Script ends in it. I was wondering who the devil in it was. Verbally kissed as you get chased by a killer. What do you mean by... Look, we're all getting look, this is... Look, Zora's lips are about to be incredibly busy with this. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Yes, you are. Yes, everyone here is getting a Zora kiss. Yeah, screw it. We'll put this here. In case any... 1 second. I just want this here in case anyone... 1 second. Pin that real quick. Alright, it's only 5 minutes, but yeah, alright. That's that there. I'll mute this. Where is this? Hold on. How the hell... Close this. Close it. You come over here for a sec. Everyone is getting... Yes, apparently. Hold on. I was like, how is...
is it, VA?
There we go. There's that. Okay, how is... Yeah, by request of this, and... God, I'm really hoping... I just heard my AC now that all the noise is gone. Alright, one second. Do-do-do. Hold on. I'm just doing audio check here. It is a little over 4 minutes long, so... Boop.
Zora, is it, VA?
There's that. Alright. That audio... Yeah, screw it. We're cranking the volume to max on both fronts. I think that's fine. You have no mouth? Well, you don't need a mouth to receive. I'm not wrong, but I don't like the way I worded it. Alright. We will see how go. Blah. No, why did I double click? Hold on. Yeah. It's a little...
You're late. They already closed the doors and now we can't get in. It doesn't matter why you were late. It just means that you spent all this money on these tickets for nothing.
Look, I'm always late. Don't worry about it.
That doesn't help things now, though. Hey! What are you doing? Hey, what are we doing over here?
This is my good corner.
What are you doing? We can't go in there.
Look, the door's squeaky. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but they closed the... But what if we get caught? I really don't want to get in trouble.
Dad, don't worry about it. The cameras go to my feed, not theirs.
Do you know where you're going?
Not really. Hope you don't mind me playing along.
Then how do you know we're not heading somewhere we shouldn't be?
I don't. That's the fun part.
Hey, what are you... That was close. Can we just go now? Please.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't want to get in trouble. And we already almost got caught.
Don't worry. Law enforcement doesn't care that much. Oh, Jesus.
You don't even know where you're going. Nolan Riva?
Who are you? Are you supposed to be back here?
I'm sorry. We got lost trying to find our way to our seats.
Got lost and ended up backstage? Give me one good reason I shouldn't have you escorted out of the building. So, you almost made your friend here miss the show?
Well, to be fair, war crimes have been somewhat of a theme around here.
I see. Well, how about you watch from back here?
Wait, really?
Yeah, you just have to be quiet.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, the clapping caught me off guard after the quiet voice.
Well, what did you think?
It was better than I even imagined.
The cast and crew usually grab a bite after the play. How about you join us, and you can tell us what you thought?
Are you sure that's okay? We wouldn't want to intrude or anything.
Hey everyone. I want you to meet someone.
I will say, sorry and/or you're welcome for playing for trying to play along into some of the stuff. I didn't want to just quietly sit here the whole time. I'll consider that the first time I've listened to ASMR on stream. What did I say? This is my good corner, and don't worry, the police don't usually care. A part of me was attempting to figure out the layout. I was like, okay, walk, door, kiss, walk, more door, walk, door, wrong door, walk, into I was like, what labyrinth are we in? Jesus. Forgot to account for that. This is my good corner. In the context of the entire thing there, it's like, ah, yes, good corner, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. How many corners do I consider good? Well, it's, as you can see, as the chibi goes across the screen, he gets close to the corner, and if he's right in the corner, that's a good corner. I don't know if he's capable of good cornering from his current position, but I also realize I'm being way too loud right now for the quiet time shush stream. And remove. I did not mean to, I meant to unpin, well, I swear I'm probably one of the highest rates of deleted messages around my own channel, just because I accidentally delete my pinned message. See the context. I figured as much afterwards, however, I forgot to check beforehand. And I find that infinitely funnier. That I'm okay, yeah, it was to a show. Even still, I enjoy... I'm laughing at the fact that it's just some weird labyrinthian house that leads to a stage. So close to... Look, it's all I'm still on this screen. Oh, hold on, we're not starting. Hold on, we're back to the void. Can we bet on which corner? We literally don't have a way to bet other than people honor rulesing to give me money. I guess? I don't know. But yeah, you said, Zora, you said your friend wrote the scenario there. Oy. Man, this coin is really heady today, apparently. Wait, winner gets colon. A furret is giving out colons, apparently. It doesn't surprise me that you have a stash, but... Also... Where'd that little Pac-Man guy is there? One that was... Gotcha. The one that was the hard-to-hear one. You know what? He was loud enough for the, whatchamacallit. He was loud enough for the auto-captions to pick it up, I found later, so... Chibi corner. We can determine the amount of corner by the amount of chibi that can occupy said corner. Oh, fun. Fun. Yeah, no, I think... Ooh, God, I haven't watched too many of the videos. I kind of am... What do I call it? Ugh. I did at one point just comb through your channel, and I was like, nice voice, nice stuff. Although a lot of what I work on doesn't let me listen to, like, it's unfortunate because between video editing or song editing, I don't... If I'm doing art stuff, I can listen to ASMR in the background, but I can't really do that if I'm doing, like I said, video editing or audio editing. You sound like a little kid. Maybe this is just my experience with back when I was younger and doing like Destiny raids on the however long weekly, and I hearing like actual young like 12, 13-year-old squeaky voices. I'm just like, that did not sound like a that did not sound like a little kid to me potentially, but also I don't know, my concept of age guessing is kind of screwed over by the fact that people would confuse my mother for a high school friend, and being raised around someone who was that different age looking from what they should have was probably not, it probably screwed my ability to tell the age of people to a point. Oh, you're going to sleep. You enjoy your sleep. And thank you for kissing everyone here while I made weird, dumb comments alongside it. I hope you enjoyed your time here in the void. Wait, for it, what are you testing? Also, for it, you probably have 10 subs for sake of that. What is your good for? I will say, I full honesty, listening to ASMR on stream is a little bit of a weird thing for me, just because that's usually something it's like, okay, private time, either sitting down to draw and just listen to ASMR, so a little bit weird to do that publicly on stream, but... Corner in which bed is? That is everyone's best. My bed isn't even in a corner. But yeah. Ugh. Thank you for providing to the stream. Oh god, why is my throat being weird? Why is my throat being weird? Hold on, must consume Wawa. Your bed is top left, my bed is awkwardly in the middle of a thing. So, yeah. Hold on. No, there absolutely would be a way. Wait, could I... Hold on. Wait, can... I want to see about a thing real quick. Hold on. You had to shoot one more cute my way. You enjoy your sleep. After the new... You get some news if it was after the semi-ASMR strip. Like I said, I don't, with the AC blasting, I don't want to try anything because that would just be in the background. And god, is it too hot to do it without, but I do, okay, we have this. Why are you this way? AC stream, yes, where I just put a microphone up to... What the hell am I... Oh, right, that's what you are. Nope, and my internet appears to be dying at the moment. I deeply apologize for this. Oh, what the hell was going wrong with you? Hold on. 1 second. Okay, that's the last one. Okay, that. Give me a second. Hold on. There are two... Yes. Yes, it is. 1 second. This. This, and... There we go. Okay. Now it more... 1 second, do I... Hold on, that... Trying to find the best color for... you know what? Yeah, we can do that. And then... This... There we go. There we go. I wanted to have some level of motion here, so... We got to have ourselves a nice little thing here. Not a cult recruiting screen. Shh. Look, usually this... When we're on the cliffside scene, this is absolutely the Chaos cult recruiting moment. But, for now, it is simply calm in the void. That is where we are, the void. We embrace all of this. We embrace each other. And we embrace the fact that my internet is a complete and total piece of shit. I will say, there's an interesting thing. Right before I do any stream nowadays, I basically have to mandatorily reboot my modem. Because every time I try and start a stream, it's dropping like a quarter to half of the frames. And for some reason, rebooting the modem makes that part stop, but it still has a tendency to drop later on. But ever since that, there was an outage of my internet a little bit ago that now makes this the norm. But hey. Oh, excuse me, I apologize if that was audible. We have ourselves the nice calm here. I could absolutely just fall asleep into the swirl void. I could absolutely just fall asleep into the swirly void. And I don't know why I wanted to say it as the swirly void. The swirly void. And also, if you're just here for the alcohol, that does indeed mean you had to sign some stuff, and you are indeed indoctrinated. You'll be receiving the robes in the mail sometime soon. Don't ask questions. That's just kind of how we operate. Don't worry about it. It will not make any sense, but it will be perfect for you. It will be perfect. Just like the world once we reshape it. The perfect world reshaped to all of us. Sorry, I actually got lost just staring at myself in the swirly bits. It's just a yeah, no, yeah, it's just 2-page, and it's also, it's two-factor authentication as well. We gotta be secure on these things, Can't have anything going too wrong here. we gotta have ourselves that security. Make sure only the ones we let in get in. Only those who are properly indoctrinated get past all that. Also, hold on. Oop. I am removing the suit real quick. Wow. Alcohol, wine, or beer. Actually, it's mostly rum. It's mostly rum and vodka. Those are your options. I'm sorry. So you get to live like Jack Sparrow or like Russian. You'll take it. I mean, you better. You had no other options. I also just realized the entirety of the names just appear to not be showing up now on screen, which is hilarious. Trying to convert us into his domain. Yes, you don't need everyone going through chibification. There's enough chibis already. We don't need corruption in the chibi space. That would indeed be far too much of a problem. Does Chibi have wine? I don't know what he has. Let's be real, he don't need alcohol. That thing do not need the alcohol. That thing does not... Hello? My bitrate just dropped to like 2,000 to 1,000. I don't think... Wow, hold on. Hold on a minute. I need to check a thing real quick. hold on. Yeah, something just went catastrophically wrong. And something, whatever it is, came back. No, it was not just you. Huh. Interesting. Rate dropped to literal 0 for a little bit there, and, okay, Twitch is still recovering as well. Hi, stable. That was some I don't know what happened. It literally just Twitch is now in the past. I don't know where everyone on YouTube is. 1 second. Ugh. Stable. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna do an internet speed test real quick to check a thing. It's going to kill the stream, but I need to see what the hell is going on here. Okay, that looks perfectly oh no. Oh. Okay then. Okay, it seems to be back for now. Yeah, stream is going to oh, what? That's interesting. Usually that would suck everything away. So even still, that's not normal. What the hell? Huh. Well, I don't exactly know what is going on at the moment with everything. Interesting. Stream. Oh, well, I know that means you can't hear me, but yeah, that happens every so often. Stream is 1 minute long. Okay. Well, this may have to be. 1 second. Well, I was not actually typing into anything. Cool. The 1 minute. Yes, 1 minute. Okay, we're currently it's alive, but it's acting too funky to be a... Yeah, it's acting too funky now. How horrifically unfortunate. Seems kinda alright. Well, it's going to keep going in and out of existence. To be going in and out of existence for a while. Yep, and it dropped to... You know, I'm not even gonna do the normal outro, unfortunately, as I think that might ruin some of the stuff here, but this was a fun little thing, despite how this is now happening. But ripstream indeed. My router displays it. I have several modems and routers that I have gone through at this point, but for now, I simply am going to say... Wait, someone said they just drink water to... like... weird things people say, but... yeah, for now... this be where I end stream, unfortunately, because of the stability problems. Because I do not trust it to stay stable, and, you know, this was intended to be a bit of a shorter stream and a fun. I announce, no idea. But, yeah, for now, 1 hour. Look, this type of stream wasn't designed to be a super long one anyway. But, damn it. I was hoping to end it while it was still having its problems, because then I could run some tests and then get some stuff of better data, but... 1 second, I guess I have some level of data. You know what? Actually, I cancel my thought, or cancel my statement, as I need to collect more data on this happening. So we shall continue. We shall continue until another happening happens. And then once the happening happens, then it will end. One hour and 2 minutes. Well, we don't know exactly when the next happening will happen. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we just had all of the... oh my god! Oh, that's new. Before the Hutchins... look, he was weak. He was weak then. So, I'm just looking at a thing and... oh, yeah, no, there was... Notice. Yeah, that, that is a lot of critical. The stream went dead silent. Well, it went dead. So... it would seem currently we are back. Like, it went dead and... okay, we're gonna... Mazorik. Thank you for the... oh. What the hell? When was that outage? Hold on, I need to check the Discord for some logs on that. Hold on. When did I complain about outage? No, that would have been there. Interesting. I don't have logs back to that far, but... okay, interesting. I need to keep track of this for data collection purposes. I hit minimize, not enlarge. Yes, hello Mazorik, you come right after internet do catastrophic failing. You paid $300. Dude, that was, you know what? That was at least you got a positive yes. Outage, and yeah, some time ago there was an outage, a full outage, and ever since then my internet's been acting weird, and now I'm viewing a lot of interesting stuff. Look, we're all dumb in the right circumstances. Oh god, everyone's about to get shotgunned. Yeah, I know, yes, and you did, yeah, I've heard I did see you gugged up the moderators. What the? Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I need to send some of these. Oh my.
Daddy!
Well, there's 5. Oh, hey, one of. Okay, I recognize a few of these, including Fertie's alt. When the electrician nation attacked. Wrong Fertie account. Yes, you're too poor to donate. That is perfectly fine. If you're just here. If you are just here giving presents, let's give 5 more people into the cult. Mazorik is, as always, the shotgunner of gifting. Well, we're gonna counter to the main. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Next person. Immediately, the shotgun gets fired and the victim shows up like clockwork. Why do we have Ugandan Knuckles as a member? Look, I enjoy dead memes, so this makes sense. This makes very sense. Mazorik is the generous god of hell. That makes partial sense. No, we're... the lovely accidental, RNG, indeed, the RNG favors those. Fortune favors the fool is something along the lines. Okay, hold on, I need to... Don't mind me, I need to take some screenshots on my other computer. Really hope that this is gonna be visible, but... Jesus! The distant apocalypse and the waving 30. 30? Why did I do it with these voice? Hold on. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully these are still visible. And then that one. And boop. Oh wait, hold on. Don't mind my doing of stuff. John. My terrible eyesight. Elon Gog. How? There's also just a funny thing about Pog being in the bottom right. 1 second. And what the hell? Yeah, you stop. You go here. There we go. Alright. Someone remind me that I need to send some messages to internet technician at some point. So, what the hell? What? Sorry, I just have Steam open to the side and I just noticed because I have my store page. Why is White Knight twice in a row there? I do not appreciate the god. I do not appreciate God. Don't mind me, I'm playing with a keyboard. Just get this keyboard out of my hand. That's a weird thing to fidget with. Why are we in the void? Why aren't... Well, because it's a calm place to be. Jesus, we've been complaining about heat. Like, it is currently very warm, because even with AC blasting right now. Void is... We just enjoy being in here. I just enjoy... This is where I do the calm streams. This is where I do the calm streams. But your ads are long, thank you for the ad revenue, then. You're giving me the money. Understandable. Oh god, the heat has not been kind, but you are. The heat. That's the end of the statement. The heat has not been kind, but you are. And now we reside here in the void, as reflective on life. A fun little comfort time here. You get wine with that? Yeah, my AC works fine, it's just my building is not well insulated. Barafa, yeah, well, considering your generosity around here comes in the form of membership shotgunning. Tester for your Runa, you've got people testing your wait, what? Good. You do not handle the alcohol. Do you dispensary it, or do you simply just not engage with it in general? Also, what the hell is that? What the hell? Sorry, I'm confused as to what's hold on, the view count was just doing some weird stuff there for a minute. What the hell just happened? Sorry, if the view count on the back end peaked up to like 17 for a second, and I'm just questioning where the hell people came from. Welcome to the void if these people are here. But, is there a place other workers are? Well, should just, for a couple of weeks. Well, when the whole world isn't scorched earth. So is the platter do anything with it? You know what, fair of you. I have consumed, I do consume every so often. Wrong braid. Philadelphia or wearing the dickens out of everyone. You know what? At least you got a coin toss. The intent. Lovely decontainers. The stream is still up. Yes, because I changed my mind, Ethan. And you left very quickly. I changed my mind because I realized it had corrected itself, and I want more data to send the internet people. Because, yeah, lately I had mentioned it, to even start a stream I have to reboot my modem, strictly so that so that I can even stream it all. Not have a headache next time you catch a stream. Understandable as to why you had the headache, but hey, hopefully it recovers yourself. Hopefully it recovers yourself? But yes, good night, Mazoric. Thank you for the shotgunning of everyone here who received. And I do very well at the moment. I do well enough at the moment. Thank you for asking. Wendy, stop screaming. No, yeah, we just... Shh. We can interpret the scream, and you ain't getting paid to be here. I'm sure you can entertain yourself quietly around here with everyone here. Was an upper stream just by chance it would... or it's alive. Yeah, no, the whatchamacallit, there is always the chance of it disconnecting the stream. Have a look here. It would look like this. Wait, is this gonna be Jack-O-Loon or is this the Void? There we go. Oh. There's the head. Hold on. I mean, it looks about how you would expect. It's an interesting thing. Only the eye... Like, if I close my eyes, you can see that there's something moving and it's swirling and then just... Void, separate character. You know, you get yourself some more fluid. Right, I forget she's that much taller than me. Yeah, she's a lot taller than me for some reason. Drift into the... Mission to drift into the void on Loon's ever-vast bosom. Yes, drive across my vast hugging bosom and enjoy the ride. Wink. Nice to see her. Yeah, I do. She's a relic of an old time. Like, she was made from pen down, zero concept to completed within 6 hours. Like, rigged and everything. So she's part of an era that needs to be a bit redesigned, but... you know. Alright, something for her. No. I mean, I've always had her place in the lore sorted, but I keep it very vague because it's, you know. Yeah, I mean, lore. No, I have her. Her lore was part of the easiest thing to sort out. It's just I need to sort out everything else and get it into a concise thing and become friends with people who know how to animate. And or, you know, learn how to... easiest? Depends. Some bits of the lore come easy, some stuff comes less easy. I've gone back and forth on my own lore a few times at this point. You already have, I misread that as half a pantaloons and I was incredibly confused. I mean, I've mentioned the general idea behind my existence is I was found on the brink of death by a fragment of a creation deity who had decided to split itself so that it could scout out other universes, see how they were operating, how the ones that had lasted, and see how ones that were on the brink of ruin or already ruined, see what led them there. And in a bid to observe me dying, something happened as it was close to me, bound to me, and now that is the crystallized energy that is within me. And that is why I have my own pocket dimension that is not a full universe of its own, but a bit of an in-between between the base universe that I was from, which is the one everyone here is from, and the yet-to-be-created one. Stuck in an in-between. Part-time Infinity Stone and part-time Silver Surfer. I don't know enough about the lore of the Silver Surfer to confirm or deny that one, and the Infinity Stones I'm only hazy on, but yes, kind of. But yeah, that is why I have the entirety of the little pocket dimension, cliffside outlook. Even a small fragment of a universe is still quite large to even comprehend, so keeping it limited. And the crystallized energy in my body, a lot of it is... I can choose to have it crystallized or not, and it is just a comfort thing at this point. You know. Having my fun here. Yeah, for those who did not know any of the lore, that is the general summary of it. The chibis were a split-off fragmentation of myself, and the way I like to embody, or the original chibi before he became the cloning mad scientist, was he was effectively all of my an embodiment of my childishness and immaturity and more impulsiveness to him. Was found by Galactus, and now it leads said world leader to world. Right. Okay. Yeah. God, I had completely forgotten because there was the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer movie. I had honestly discounted that as being accurate. I guess it was accurate, just, you know, may not have been good because Galactus was just giant space fart, but, you know, that's kind of meh. Alcohol just part of the body. I mean, but let's just put it this way, if I can create an entire pocket dimension, what's to stop me from creating and uncreating my clothing? I'll just posit that one to you. if we know each other. Look, if I want to be naked, that's what this is technically for, because I am technically very, 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 very naked here. Don't mind me, just... There we go, I'm back. Right, I'm a little taller in this form for some reason. And I won't lie, yes, part of the reason for making that appearance was to have an excuse and way to technically be naked on stream. Blasting off again. No, blasting off again would be getting small and distant. That would be how that was. That would put gems away. Oh no, you will stare at the gem. Blah, blue, blah, blue, blah, blue. Don't you? Oh, child. We can actually try a fourth wall become the chat. I did at some point make a distinction between chat lore and official lore, because the chat lore is where Chibi's a war criminal with nukes and such, because that's funny as hell to me. There are slight differences between the two canon lines. Yeah, we got the two different canons. Dumb cult, but hey, if you're dumb, that means you're easy to manipulate. Wink, 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 wink. Trying to successfully wink. Is hard. Winking is hard. Oh, had another internet drop at some point recently. I guess. Hold on. Did I bring? There you are. This body changing. Imagine it as I am just willing them in and out of existence. Or I just will them in and on and off of me. Canonically, the crystals are the easiest thing to manifest because it is just the energy crystallized. It is not focused into any other form of matter or anything like that. Nah, it is the clothes just being, you know, effectively put on and off via the stuff, because yeah, that's a thing that I said I could do at some point. And to play his worst life. The lore went back and forth. Like, originally I did not intend to effectively make myself a demigod of a pocket dimension. That was not the original intention. We kind of just landed here because I very much enjoy, like, you know, the old stories of gods and therefore influence in brain, and then we kind of just wound up here, I guess. So, yeah, I get, you know, you're right what you know. Oh my, Freeman!
Not a manipulative super chatter.
Not manipulative super chatter! Thank you, Freeman, for the definitely not manipulative super chatter. I feel, should I have a... This is a random thing. God, this thing being over my face is interesting. Should I have a separate, whatchamacallit? Should I have a separate sound effect to go off with the super chat before, or like at the same time it reads off in the voice? Or is just the voice coming out of nowhere? Coming there. If you keep talking like that, if who keeps talking like what? Why did I have that? If who keeps talking like what, who gets sent to the void? I'm confused by the threat. If your threats are confusing, they're not going to be effective. Because I'll just be confused and wondering what you're even trying to say. Oh! You're saying Wendy... Okay, when you're talking to Wendy... I thought there was no, look, this is the thing where punctuation would come in handy, because it said Wendy Dan say, and I'm just like, wait, who is Wendy Dan? Wendy Dan say he, like, that sounds so, that When I read that out loud, it says, Wendy Dan say he will send you to the void. That makes it sound like someone called Wendy Dan is threatening to send me or someone else to the void if I or the other person keeps talking like that. So I'm just like, who is Wendy Dan? Why? I thought Wendy and Dan were separate. I thought the separation was a separation and not a not separation. What has happened? And your worker, yes, but no.
Hast returned, but more importantly, greetings, Wendy. The Purple, Weirdo, Hideki, Lord Alexander Misoric, B. Sangbak, Lover, John Limbus, Company, Hunter, Runt, Ethan, Hutchins. Greetings, Minidan.
And the greetings have been laid out. But yes, no, that Wendy, that is why I got confused, because I thought Wendy Dan was all one name, and I was like, wait, who is Wendy Dan? Why is Wendy Dan committing threats? I did enjoy how the voice staggered on Wendy the Purple Weirdo. Like, it was looking through notes trying to find the stuff. That voice has to greet many at the end of time. The voice has to greet many at the end of time, so it may wear thin every so often. I think if I'm not mistaken, the way I just talked was like it had that 2 layers, one slightly pitched up and with some reverb is how that voice got. Voice are getting louder. I did turn that one up just so that people could hear their greetings. Also, I'm gonna commit be right back real quick. Everyone entertain each other. Also, can I just say, God, I hope someone shows up to the channel for the first time and this is the site they see. I'm glad everyone is enjoying their foot right. Every time I put the ball in the center, if I come back from it, it's just gonna be my chest. Well, take the hugs if you want them right now. I'll sit here for a minute. Wait, do we want... Hold on. We also got this one. Okay. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, now shirt come back on. I mean, technically not incorrect. What do you mean disarmed? Oh, it does. Actually, no, it does. Hold on. There we go. There are my arms. This comfortable feeling. I do realize now at some, like, with this model, all the... I did realize at some point with this model how tiny the arms are. Like, I will openly admit there are... How was life? Life was... Well... fine, you haven't had a hug in a week? That's been longer than that for me, unless you count the stuff I do to the blankets and pillows as I sleep. Ugh. Yeah, no, the whole... Hopefully I can get... Yeah, because I have... Yeah. Thankfully the arms aren't overwhelmingly visible at times, and when they are, they're also a little bit covered, but yeah. When they're... Yeah. My body's proportions are an interesting thing. To let you have food? I mean, I can't force anyone to do anything. But I can say I request that the food is let be had. No, that's not how that is. I want your chicken. Well, just eat faster. Ruin his life. Well, that's just... unfortunate. It is a very nice thing. It is a very nice thing. It is... No, hugs in general are a very nice thing. They truly are. Sorry, my brain just went off thinking about some hugs now. I do enjoy giving hugs whenever I have the opportunity. And I've been told I have a very... Okay, this is... Imperfections make us whole. They truly do. Actually, what was I gonna say? I've been told I just give very good... I do give very good hugs, apparently, from those who have received over the course of my life. So... I hope to be able to give hugs throughout more life. Why am I talking weird like this? My voice is going weird. Excuse me again. Fried chicken, tenderloin, frozen vegetable, Venezuela's ice cream. So perfection, you said. Yes. But perfection. Well, even perfection has its limits. Oh my god, right. I had completely forgotten that at some point I had never done this. Might be worth it. Actually, no, this is a thing of... I have actually, some years ago, when I was close friends with a lesbian couple, there was a thing of I had one of them under each of my arms, and I just picked them right up, because both of them were like 5'2", 5'3", and me being over a foot taller than them, I just like grabbed both of them by around their waist, one under each arm, and then just stood up and held them for fun, just to see if I could. And then one of them, I had a regular thing where I would just come up behind her and just, just pick her up from behind and just lift her, and she would just not be able to do anything. She would just sit there and just flail for a little bit, unable to move. And the way I knew it was time to put her down was she would threaten to bite my nipple off. That was, oops. That was the how I knew it was time to put her down. The good old days. The good old days. What? No, you heard what I said. That was a regular thing if I would... yeah, just pick her up from behind, and when she wanted down, she would just threaten to bite my nipple off. Riz or whatever the kids say these days. Like I said, it was a lesbian couple, so I was just... Funny enough, I was kind of the only... whatchamacallit? I was... Quote, one of them said at one point, yeah, you're the only one she trusts me to... You're the only guy she trusts me to be alone with. And I looked her dead in the eyes. I'm like, what is it? Because I'm the only guy who didn't say threesome immediately upon hearing lesbian? Because apparently that's something a lot of people they encountered would do. It's like, oh, lesbian? Threesome? And apparently me not doing that made me... was above average. Actually, no, that's a... That's a really funny thing, because I had them over once, and because I was like, and we were just sitting and watching a movie, I'm like, yeah, you two can have my bed, and I can sit on the chair, and I made the joke of, man, despite being the one who didn't ask for a threesome, I am the only one who got you two in my bed. Even though I wasn't, like, they were just over there on the bed while I was sitting on a chair, but that just became a running joke of, like, I'm the one who didn't ask for it, but I'm the one who got them, who got them both into my bed. Threesome. It's not even living with. It's just they meet them, figure out lesbian. There's like, oh, this was some years ago at this point, but yeah, they were fun people. They were fun people. Getting the tall string. No, apparently I was beating the allegations because of that. You have to beat the allegations in order to succeed in that world. Don't mind me, the shocked face of me touching stuff off to the side of my desk here. Sad noise. Look, there is one thing I will say. Most tall people, or most short people problems can be solved by a nearby tall person. The same cannot be said the other way around. Such as hitting, tall people hitting their heads on low-hanging stuff. That is a thing of people do get intimidated by me because of height. But, this is actually a thing. I am, if I'm not mistaken, I am the tallest living family member. No matter what side of my family you go to, I am currently the tallest living family member. So I have no idea where I got my height from. That's a fun thing. That's a fun. It's gotta be someone else there. Why are there only globulins? I don't know. I guess it's goblin breeding session. Goblin breeding session. Season! That's what I meant to say. That's what it has to be, I think. Yeah. Either that or I think it was... There was one... I forget if I've told this story, but I know I've been told my grandfather was tall, but I never got to meet him because he shot himself many years before I was born, so I never got to meet him. And let's hope that if he is the tall one, his height is the only thing I inherited from him. Yeah, for reasons that should be obvious, I'm hoping the height is the only thing I inherited from him. Assuming that's even correct. age at 98. Yeah, I guess I should say he is the blood-related grandpa. Like, I have had a grandpa on that side of the family who, you know, remarried in, and he was a great guy, but, or he is a great guy, he's not dead yet. Like, age 100 or something, damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, I'm somewhere between, like, 6'3", 6'4", maybe 6'3.5", somewhere in that range, so like 194 to 5 centimeters if I'm not mistaken. Why your chicken so slow? Well, it's hard for it to run around when it's dead. That tends to be a factor. He took sometimes as the nah, I mean, there's he took some time since the bullet was shot. I don't think, actually, as far as I'm aware, he did not take time. He was very, very gone. And from how I understood it, he also had... Oh, right, random German milk. I'm also gonna say, as far as I'm aware, I asked, apparently he had an open casket funeral. Which is an interesting choice to do for someone who, you know... hard to find out. It's a weird thing for me because the person delivering the information to me when I asked about it, like, I'll just go into this. Like, the person, when my mother told me about it, she had the weirdest, like, smile on her face, like, mostly with fond memories on it. So it wasn't even that hard to figure out. I mean, at the time, I didn't think of the implications of a lot of the stuff, but it was just weirdly happy mood associated with that happening when I learned that, which was very odd. Yeah. Why? I got no. If I knew the inside of people's brains, I could tell you. I got no idea. But yeah, the information was, yeah. Over time, I kind of was like, interesting. Yeah, no. For how I understand it, it was harder for his, you know, at the time family to find him like that. Like I said, it was like 10 years before I was even conceived. So while I was not directly impacted by it, oh boy, were there some tremors of that. I'll put it that way. There were some tremors of it. I forget if I'd ever told this on. I forget if I had told this on stream, but yeah, no, that is a thing. That is indeed a thing. I don't tend to think overwhelmingly much of it at this point, but you know. The chicken ready, and you may now consume the chicken. Oh yeah. Zilliger was told. No, I figured it out eventually. Travel distance very far. Yeah, I figured it out eventually. I will say this. I don't like unprompted. What is it? I don't like unprompted or out of nowhere suicide humor, and a lot of the cases I think a lot of that can just be in bad taste. But given the context, like we're talking about this, and I brought it up in the tone that I did. You read the room appropriately, but so. But yeah, when it's just brought up complete. What the hell? What? YouTube? What? Stream health? YouTube had a flicker of bad connection or something? But yeah. So I feel that topic of humor is something that, without context or without proper setup, can come across as in very bad taste very, very easily. Especially if it's not even a joke, if it's just bringing up the topic, it's meh. Learn from it. Learned that that it was the appropriate time to do it. Learned that the joke was right in the moment. yeah. Or it doesn't have words. Yeah, if you know yourself and know yourself, if you know you cannot read the room, then do not push your luck is kind of my whole thing. Blah. That is how that is. Literally once. This is not cool bringing it up many times. It's not cool bringing it up many times, or if it's out of nowhere. Like I said, I've banned either banned people from the Discord, or it's a very, like, in the Discord, if that topic comes up out of nowhere, it's a very serious thing. I would have it as a rule in the chat to not bring it up, but I'm relatively certain putting that in, like, the description, YouTube would flag my streams for having it in the description, which is, you know, counterproductive to what I would want to do, but I know how YouTube works at this point, to a point. But yeah, no, that is... Yeah. Yeah. Read the room despite being a Yu-Gi-Oh player. You know how to read the room, but not the text on cards. Your reading skills were allocated. Admittedly, that's probably a better allocation of reading skills than to Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if we're being completely honest. I don't know why, I just enjoy... Yeah, we have Limbus we have Project Moon fan and Yu-Gi-Oh fan trying to read Room. Yeah, I genuinely... I forget if I had ever... Yeah, no, I forgot if I had ever brought that up as a topic, but yeah, no. I very much like to say, there is a time and a place for dark humor, but when it comes out of nowhere or is not based on anything... Dear God, it can so easily just be in bad taste or straight up offensive. The hell did NetZex Floor do? Penetration? Piercing? Stab? Cotton candy alpaca? I actually want to say, I think one of the favorite dark humor stuff I made, and it was a very quick offhanded comment at the end of the game Code X. Freeman, I'm pretty sure you were there for that entire suffering. But you get into the final room with all the equations, and there's a gun in there, and I look at the gun, and I'm just like, look, after all that I've been through, this gun is incredibly tempting. I just know I muttered that under my breath as I got into the room, and funny enough, I think the developer said that that gun is actually a part of the final solution. Cotton candy alpaca? Look, you had to be there. Actually, hold on. Where the hell is Codex? I need to actually see if the developer said anything about the gun being a, quote, way out of that cycle. Hold on. Codex, store page. God, has your other game come out? Is Forest Asylum 2 out yet? No, it isn't. Oh, it has a demo, though. Yeah, this game that could only run at 30 FPS. God, did you say? Well, you the reason you play... I think I put it to a vote, but I did Forest Asylum and then we did Codex. Play with the rule of... We don't actually read the stuff in the game. Hold on, is there... You know those, there are the websites that you just spin a wheel and it gives you a random Steam game? Look at ASMR video. Just chill and look at ASMR video titles. I mean, every so often I do. Every so often I do. I mostly try and consume the ASMR. ASMR is my go-to, our like background. Didn't know why Gabura rolls so low. I mean, I still beat her with Gabura's second try. Gabura and Gabura and Bina were the ones I used on her. Good old Library of Ruina. Small ASMR channel. I mean, we listened. I don't know, Hunter, were you here earlier? We listened to ASMR from Zora, the ghost of this chat, who requested that I listen to her ASMR on stream. So I mean, yeah, and I've debated using an hour and a half, and yeah, so you missed that one. I've debated doing a more traditional but still kind of jokey ASMR stream. Obviously, I'd still use the... Actually, hold on. I do want to see how I could... 1 second, I need to... So I have my old microphone. What the hell? Oh, well, frames are dropping. Internet is indeed dropping right now. I have all 3 body. I still feel it's weird to be like, oh yeah, playing the games in order was the weird order. Yeah, I do have my old microphone that can do like bi-directional stuff. How the hell did you? Is that how you did that? I have no idea how this thing works. Where the hell is an outlet I can test this on? A very rush joy. Those are very fun. Like demos as well. What do we call it? What is the most recent? The most recent one I did. The most recent one was the demos one, correct? Yeah. Which involved primarily. Oh God, yeah. God, I forgot. It was What was it called? Gure, the boss rush 2D game. Yeah, that game was really fun and had a really sexy bird as its final boss. The bird had boobies, and I'm you know what? I'm not even conflicted. It's just hot. The fact that Hunter got the WH flashbang trigger. Oh, is that a wild time? I mean, I rarely take advantage of sales. Rarely. Actually, I did take advantage of the Lies of P sale that went on for the whatchamacallit. During summer sale, the unprompted GUG demo. I mean, that was just, we had extra time. I will say, until the full game comes out, oh, frames are going to be dropping here. I hope you can still hear me. It's not catastrophic failure, it's just bad failure. But what is it? Yeah, GUG, I had been sitting on an email from the developers for a while. Oh, nope, it's getting catastrophic. It's getting catastrophic. Not catastrophic? Oh, it's stabilized. Okay. Did we have any events? Hold on, I must type. Oh, nope, not escape. I must not escape, I must type. Moi. One of these days, I'm gonna accidentally, like, while I'm typing in the password, I'm just gonna accidentally speak it out loud. Because that is kind of what I do, is I sometimes will just speak it out loud and just be like, oh yes, blah, 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 and then I'm just gonna say my IP address password into the microphone. Fine for you. Well, there were some definite drop frames here. Interesting. Is that what happened just now? No, there have been no new events. Interesting. Oh, it's going to have limbus and hey, look, if I'm making content out of it, this is actually a thing. I told you I did the math between membership gifts, ad revenue, and all that. Library of Ruina was, as a playthrough series, was like $180 revenue. So, you know, at least for me, it was like to even get paid for that at all is a thing. It's one of those like, oh my god, yeah. happy time, but because I'm also enjoying the hell out of the game. But people, well, here's the thing. Clearly, I don't have that habit. So there's the problem. Also, yeah, can I? Okay, we got that into there. Now, can I? Ow, ow, ow. One second, put you up here, just keep you out of the way. Keep you that, and I want to see. So if I. Last year has said, oh, interesting. Your monster has summoned Slifer, the executive salesman, to. Slifer, the executive salesman. That's not one I've heard. One second. This. Okay, hold on. I don't know how this is going to exactly sound, but because you could probably meep, 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 meep. I'm trying to see. Okay, this does not appear to be proper. Me. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this appears to be the interesting. I thought a fly had gone into your ear. That's an interesting way of looking at that. But yeah, this is... Why does this make you laugh so hard? Probably because it is very laughable. Because yeah, I have my old microphone here, and I just want to see... I wish I could probably route this to hear it, but I just needed to see how it goes. Is everything okay over there? Look, that just means we're having fun. The microwave noises mean we're having fun. Well, we're having fun except for the internet potentially dying, but hey, that's a separate problem. The fact that I have the microphone gain so low. Wow, you can absolutely hear the AC with this mic. I just wanted to see how that one would even be, because that is my old microphone, because it has the ability to do, you know, left and right stuff. You can absolutely hear the AC with this one, because there is no gate or no filter or anything. But B, I have no idea how well the left, right came across. The audio wave looked like it was doing well. Old mic is microwave. Like, it also probably way lower quality. Well, to be fair, I was making the microwave noises. But it is a lower quality USB mic as opposed to anything. Actually, can I plug you into the OXLR? Does the OXLR have like a USB in? The OXLR does not need to have a USB in. I'm dumb. Blah. Never mind. And the internet appeareth drop. The internet appeareth drop. Oh my internet. Yeah, no new interest. That is weird that there is no. Use ASMR skills to persuade the internet. To connectivity to be stable. Oh, if only I could whisper sweet nothings into the... How in the hell is this not giving me a new event? Interesting. God for that internet. Nah, my internet is beyond God. My internet is so far beyond God. God cannot help me now. Only a prayer to the devil could help me. That brief moment, it looked like it might be stable. Satan might help. Where's Mazorek? He doesn't want goat sacrifices. Get him a different sacrifice. Maybe help can come from there. He owes you a favor you can ask. Yes, please. Ask for help. Ask for satanic help. It may be what we need. Oh, hey, look, it's fixing itself with the satanic help stuff. Forgot that that's how this mic works. I do need to be... Oh, nope, never mind. It goes right away. Goes away. Ugh, crank that down. Crank that way down. Yeah, I have no idea. How did the... Okay, while I was doing the test with the... While I was doing the how did the microwave noises sound as far as left-right goes, if anyone can even still hear me while we're doing this? Oh, wait, what the hell? What are you even set to? This gives me You know, I can't even say I blame Satan for that one. So you go to there, so you would need to go... Yeah, one is... You have no audio to you, what the hell? It worked well enough for now. Well, it worked well enough for now. So you... And then, yeah, you, so you would go to those two. Okay. Because otherwise you're just going to be across all of them. Oh. My brain took a moment to realize that you were talking about the mic stuff and not Satan prayers. But yeah, it got the point across of left and right, so this mic can definitely do that. How is that? There would need to be other tests to do, but for now, that is the end of that testing. Not the end of the stream yet, although if these internet issues keep going, this probably runs through Satan's domain. Now, Satan don't even want to deal with this. Satan don't even want none of this. Satan don't want none of this. What the hell do you mean a connection is good? There is very clearly not good. This is very clearly not good. Is it? Hold on, is Twitch handling it well, or is this... How is Twitch handling stuff? Twitch seems to be handling some stuff. So there's several different types of problems that tend to occur. The YouTube local ones, which are the ones that you just are... For some reason, YouTube is not handling my internet well. Which appears to be what we're going on now. Twitch appears to be handling it fine. Or fine enough, I should say. Then we have the big drops, which is what we had earlier, where everything just full-on died. And also kind of what was happening during, I believe, the pre-stream. Yeah, just big yikes on this. Big yikers on this. Oh, is it? I'm not counting. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath on this one. Well, as my internet continues to exist within a state of oblivion, an unstable state of oblivion, seems like a perfect fit. Yeah, no, it's... YouTube was a favorite child of a lot, or like a first big child, favorite child of a lot of things, so it's been spoiled its whole life. So when it it specifically seems to be just a problem between my ISP and like Google servers, which, you know, if you're gonna provide internet, you would think you would want to have it sorted out, your connection to one of the biggest entities on the internet. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Just kidding, it's a big pain in the ass right here in my ass, completely painful, And I am dealing with it. Thank you very much. Actually, hold on. There's one more thing I want to try. Where is this? Okay. One more thing I want to see here. How does okay, where you're gonna start hearing some stuff again. No idea how the hell that actually sounds. One second. Yeah. Okay. Oh, did that actually go through? Damn it, the donk actually went through. Well. Now you're ding-dong ditching. Wait, why are you ding-dong ditching? If you were here already, this isn't ding-dong. The whole point of ding-dong ditch is you show up and then you leave. That's kind of the whole point of a ding-dong ditch. Let's be fair, my internet appears to have ditched long ago, so... the lovely, I can presume, 3 frames a second that are coming here. 1 second, yeah, that. The object is far away from the mic. Well, the object was my finger, and I was just scratching the mic, is what was happening. Oh, in-game, gotcha. But yeah, no, that was... Well, that's what I was doing. I need to probably find something else to... There was one... Yeah. Don't be scared of a new account with your name. Can you even chat, or do I have settings set up there? Hold on. I forget if I have settings over there, but yeah, if you yeah, YouTube chat is the one that has a lot of the features, but in case, like... Yeah. YouTube is just, a little... Oh, it's a bit... Okay, it's stabilized now, I guess. But actually, yeah, no, I do... Wait, didn't Twitch... I don't know. I don't know Twitch enough, but meh. Yeah, I might have some moderation things where it's either you need to verify your account or whatnot to chat, or your account needs to be a little bit older, but... In-game... No, it was about the ding-dong ditch comment is what the in-game was about. What the channel name? It is linked in the... It's linked in the description. Yeah, it's linked in the description. It's loon_Vtuber. But yeah, you can find the link in the description. And that'll put the Twitch account to 50 followers, which is going to be a fun niceness. Because I do, as much as I don't really intend on... Well, Twitch is kind of a backup at this point, but... Oh, well, Twitch is... Yeah, well, Twitch just had a lag as well. Fun. I love when I'm... Yeah. Yeah, the internet is not stable right now. Meep meep. Meep meep. No, not stable. Well. Twitch is a lot smoother. Yeah, Twitch is a lot better than YouTube at handling a lot of my problems. I know some people don't like the UI and the whatchamacallit are, so yeah, some things on YouTube are people like, and YouTube is a lot more comfy to a lot of people, but yes. When I say Twitch handles my internet problems a lot better, probably because they've been doing live streaming a lot longer than, or not a lot longer than, but a lot more. That's what they're dedicated to, as opposed to YouTube, where, you know, what is it? Where YouTube has been doing primarily the video. Also, yeah, everything seems stable at this point. Brain is completely hearted. Yeah, brain has completely gone hard, and oh my god, Hunter Runt, thank you for follow over on Twitch. And that officially puts... Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say that it means that I'm exactly 1,100 more subscribers on YouTube than I am on followers on Twitch, and then I remembered, nope, I'm at 1151 on YouTube right now. Please adopt me. Small violin noises. Oh no, the world's most expensive violin. You fell asleep. Go, no, for it. You rested well. And that is nice. If rest came, then rest was good. And I appreciate the rest that you have understood. But sleep no, sleep is indeed good. Sleep is indeed good. It may feel like a waste of time, but it makes the time you spend awake so much better. That is truth. And that is goodness. You know what's great? One second, we're going back to this. We're going back to the Halo 3 ODST music. I mean, you did miss me testing out my old mic for ASMR purposes, but where the hell do I put you now? Yeah. Okay. I need to find a way to, properly, feedback into hear the other mic. YouTube and watch on Twitch. I mean, what you could do, even on one device, you pop out YouTube chat and you watch it on Twitch, you pop out the YouTube chat, you kill the YouTube live feed. And then, like, if YouTube's being bad, you just don't even watch on YouTube, which, I mean, that hurts my numbers, I realize now, but at the same time, if it's a better experience for you, then, who am I to care about that? I care more about you enjoying it than my metrics. You like dual wielding? Well, appreciable. I hope you don't have the audio on both, because that sounds like a special nightmare. Also, Freeman, I know earlier you said you were liking the games on the assortment streams, and God, I got a flashback to a few of the earlier ones where some of the games were just god-awful. Like, hold on, don't I have a random games playlist? Do I have a random games playlist? No, I don't. Do I? I think I do, I just didn't put the thing to it proper. Random games, yes I do. Did I really just not? Oh god, yeah, that one. Yeah, the game that was completely just, yeah. That one, how in the hell, in a game, yeah. And the assortment of Steamboat Willie horror games that have been played over the time. Also, I need to, while we're here, go back into here, find that demo stream, and add it to the playlist. Random games. Done. Save you to that playlist. Is there any more I had done in recent time? No, I hadn't. It had been a very long while since I had delved into the random stuff. Oh, internet has apparently been holding issue. Yep, internet is holding. YouTube is not blah blah to maintain blah blah blah. Thank you, YouTube, for being piss when combined with my service of internet. How lovely. How lovely. Oh, YouTube. How lovable and hateable you are all at the same time. I don't know how you managed to strike such a balance. At least right now, as long as audio is coming through, it's not super impactful due to the nature of this type of stream. Just to get better speaker. Oh god, that is what is it? The being. I mean, I attempt to, because I don't like just being angry on the internet for the sake of being angry on the internet. I think it was because there were some... Ooh boy, there was... Whatchamacallit, there was one Heroine's Claw when the developer joined the Discord, and I was like, oh dear god, I ripped that game apart a good bit. Now, to be fair, I managed to find a way to fall through the floor within 10 minutes. I found a way to soft lock within 10 minutes, basically, so I guess I kind of was justifiable there. But I straight up gave the developer a multi-paragraph listing of, like, here's what all I encountered, blah, blah, blah. This section literally nauseated me because of the camera movement. Jeez. Man, that was a crit. Thank God I have the volume down for the sake of this stream being a calm stream. Oh yeah, Thumb. I guess I should ask. How have your streams been going? Since I see you popping them in the self-promo stuff. How have your streams been going? I have not been able to attend, unfortunately, but Hunter switching devices. Hunter switching devices. Why did I? No. Journalist, but actually finished playing the game. Never qualifier took first place. Damn. Twitch is back up. What did you join in on? Me fluttering my tongue between my lips. Good on you. You actually having some level of skill at the Yu-Gi-Oh! As opposed to me, who is just like, me have gears, me go punch punch. Potentially, but that is a big potentially. That I have wanted to over time. Or at some point. It's just a matter of making that, making the slot for that. Yes, YouTube, I know you're not receiving enough data because my internet is le poopy. You go get yourself that popsicle and water. You better know what you're doing. I mean, to be fair, how many... Me and my ancient gears, I only... Actually, no, I did beat a U-Bell with the ancient gears. Game's pretty good. I mean, that is fair. The large amount of playtime hours is not necessarily a thing. I mean, I say... I don't know. Different types of games have different hour standards. That does feel like a lot for tabs. It feels like it's one of those that can be silly for a while, or if you do a special thing and try certain things. I don't know. Very hard to get headed to Master Duo. I didn't know that there were new ones. Golden Heroes on top. I do still prefer I do prefer Gears. I don't even remember what I did to beat the U-Bell, but I just remember I got lucky on some of the setup and just all of a sudden, oh, U-Battle is defeated by Gears. Like an NPC. Coal lamp. What is... I actually don't even know. I mean, there's some of the games like, what is it? I have 1,000+ hours on Warframe from back several years ago. Destiny, but those are games that kind of are designed to be time sinks. Are there any surprising games that I have a lot of time on? I don't even know what the hell? I don't even know what a game that would be a surprising amount, like large amount of time on. 20, damn, you know what? You got your time and money, well, you got your money's worth out of that game. Right, at some point I need to... I was bent on Limbus and Lobotomy. Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Ruina, and Limbus Company so far is like 450 hours total. I'll go by Steam count, because it's a little over 200 for Lobotomy, like 240 for Library, and Limbus is still... Limbus is at 30. Okay, so in order, we'll just do this in order. Lobotomy Corporation, 207. Library of Ruina, 235.9, so up 236. And Limbus Company at 30. 266, 466, 473 hours across all Project Moon games. That is what I am currently at. and I have enjoyed... It took me a couple of streams to get into Lobotomy Corporation, but once we got in, I have enjoyed every second of it. Fun support coming to Master Duel. There are times... 19 straight... Jesus Christ. Oh, are you talking about the... Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the playtime in the... Oh, yeah, that would make sense, yeah. Daily sand consumption... What was in the middle saying? There are days where I kind of want to return to Master Duel, but I'm just... Cyber Dragons... If it weren't for the fact that I have a personal beef against Cyber Dragons, I would like them, but... Yeah, I have a personal beef against them with their Chimera tech that just drops on any machine from the Ancient Gear deck, and it's just like, thank you for eating me. Yeah, that's... Troll, yeah, no, so, because I play the Ancient Gears, and it's just like, okay, I don't have much better to do other than drop Howitzer. He can't be destroyed by anything other than battle, blah, 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 and then gets eaten by the Chimera tech. And I'm just like, It's a fusion event. Yeah, because then Ancient Gears can actually do a thing. Although I do... there are times I kind of want to try building new decks or try new things, and then I remember trying to think through all the stuff kind of gives me a headache, and that's why I stick to what I know. The good old dilemma of I want to try new stuff, but new stuff gives me a headache. And that is not even an exaggeration. Unfortunately. Just my brain does not understand synergy. Like, I can decently well put together a lone archetype of deck. But the more like the more things that are not directly seen as related you get into there, the more my brain is just like, oh, what? Headache? Oh, unfun? It is fun to a point, but I just do, my brain, I would rather put my brain to other things at this point in life. Like, if I was gonna do anything, take anything seriously, I would choose it to be Pokemon, just because that's something my brain understands, like the, VGC Pokemon, because that's something my brain understands. And that is something I've proven that I can learn, because, I've shown on the channel multiple times, like, I think I topped out, I mentioned this a few times, I've topped out just outside of, when I saw that isn't you, what would you call it? Yeah, like, just outside of top 300 or something like that in Scarlet and Violet, and something similar in Sword and Shield, just outside top 1000 in the Kitakami Prologue. The memories. And then even that, I, stopped putting as much time into that because... Or, stopped putting time into that altogether just because... just because I wanted to put more time into this. And I will say, I don't regret the choice. There are times I wish I had more time to put into both, but I do not regret the choice to put time into this. This channel. The opponent could be immune to... Oh, interesting. I mean, that could be. It's just... Like I said, my brain, I would rather try learning other stuff than Yu-Gi-Oh! At this point in it. I can go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! I could use my same decks if I really, really wanna, but... If I try Pokemon... I have not... No, I don't, I haven't really played any Pokemon TCG whatsoever. I have a ton of cards from it. Like, I have very old cards for it. At one point, I'm pretty sure I had... Like, I think it wasn't, like, set 1, but, original Charizard Holo. But, no, I don't think I've ever actually properly played. somewhere. I have several in a lot of places. I should probably store a few of them better, but I have several in a lot of places around at this point. Part of me wants to check their value just to see where they land, but you know, that's just a fun thing to, you know, look at and have memories of. Show Pokemon cards when. I've shown my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I could do a Pokemon card stream. Some of them, like, I don't think anything of value, but I have some of them that are just sitting kind of out in the open. Like, they really shouldn't be, but I don't think they're any of super value that I have out in the open. But they, like, have dust nearly stuck to them. Your brain's hurt? I mean, I kind of understand. Like, Pokemon is... the biggest misconception and the biggest wall I hit when I was younger that I didn't even want to... Like, Pokemon, I thought, was an incredibly slow card game because I didn't understand how energy worked. I knew it was you put the energy on the Pokemon, but I thought every time you used an attack or an ability or anything like that, you had to pay the energy. So, like, you know, remove it, and then you can only build it up one per turn, one per turn, one per turn, one per turn, one per turn. I had that as a misconception for the longest time. Early set. Oh, damn. I have the first edition. I know I sold for like super undervalue a bunch of old, like level X promo cards. What energy is in this context? It's like mana. If you're Magic the Gathering fan. Oh, hey, Thumb, you still in chat? Because if so, when are you going to become a Magic the Gathering player because they have a Final Fantasy set with Sephiroth? There is now a Final Fantasy, like, I don't know how the deck is, but there is straight up a Sephiroth Magic the Gathering card because of, like, actual licensing. Fun way to play Pokemon. A really, really slow version of it, but that could be, you know, a whole everything costs. I guess anything that says discard energy would be way, way buff. Is that? Oh, hold on. No, yeah, one second. Images. Where is it? But yeah, there is... Yeah, there's Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, and Sephiroth, I believe, is a... I don't know if he's a Planeswalker, effectively, or what? Sephiroth. Where's the official... I think this is the official Sephiroth card. Yeah, this is... Oh, he's not even... Yeah, he's not even... I think... Is this the official one? His Sephiroth, planet's heir. Oh god. Yeah, no, this is... Yeah, this is... I think this is the official one. Hold on. No, don't go to AI mode, stupid. Deck box. Is that... Is it this one? Yeah, no, this is... Yeah, Sephiroth, yeah. No, I just saw that. What are we talking about? The Sephiroth, the official Final Fantasy crossover into Magic the Gathering that has Sephiroth and Cloud as actual Magic the Gathering cards. But yeah, this... One second. This... Save image... One second. So there's this. Hold on. This. There. But yeah, who's actively learning the game? I have a few Magic the Gathering cards, but I mean, it's just... Actually, that looks like a fun thing, because I have from... Years ago when they did like a special like international Chinese art thing, I just thought it looked pretty. I genuinely just bought it because I thought it looked pretty. Where the hell is he? There he is. But yeah, this is an official Magic the Gathering card for Sephiroth. So yeah, hey Thumb, if you're still here, when are you becoming a Magic the Gathering player, just so that for the sake of being able to, you know, play Sephiroth? This is official. I've seen this on the shelves. This is an actual, like, you can buy a little box set that has a Cloud deck and a Sephiroth deck. With the Lord of the Rings. Well, Lord of the Rings, they did the whole actual One Ring card, so they manufactured that one to make people go crazy. But yeah, Thumb, straight up, whenever a creature protects die. Yeah, so anytime something dies, it gets stronger when he enter. Oh, I just realized. I did just realize as well, if he enters the battlefield, kind of correct, it seems fine. Like, he's very beatable, but I did just realize anything with less than 2 dies from his temporary debuff. Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. One second. Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. Images. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature if you do draw a card. Oh, damn. Why is Soldier all capital? Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn, transform... Oh, it's a transform card. Wait, where's the transform state? Oh, Sephiroth One Winged Angel, there it is. Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth One Winged Angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures if you do draw that many cards. Yeah, it's one of the transform cards. I do enjoy those. And I never had a good deck. I did enjoy the brief Magic the Gathering stuff there. Yeah, is that also an official thing, or? That does look official. Yeah, no, that is official. Well, there are multiple Sephiroth cards, jeez. Very official. Look. Yeah, I do just remember I saw Sephiroth just on the shelf, and I just thought of you. Can we see Cloud? Yeah, we can. One second. One second. I didn't pay much attention to what Cloud's effect actually was. Okay, that's what his looks like. I have found a card with the art. I cannot find the actual... Oh, there it is. Oh. One second. Oh, here it is. Okay. It doesn't sound as impressive, just off the bat. One second. It doesn't look as impressive off the bat, but I read it a little more and it's like, oh, actually, this does seem actually quite good. Kind of the Buster Sword. I don't want to dig too much. I brought up the Final Fantasy stuff because it made me think of you. Hold on. Yeah, we're just going to scooch you down there. Sephiroth gets to become tiny for a little moment. Yeah, here's the Cloud one. Why are you lower res? So, he completely depends upon having equipment. Double strike and indestructible. Damage and effects to say destroy. Yeah, so he can't be auto-destroyed in that. Okay. And equipability, you activate that target Cloud costs 2 less to activate. That actually just I don't know how equipment works in Magic the Gathering. But I'm making myself smaller. Also, yeah, that does sound a little bit powerful. Yeah, I don't know how equipment works, so I couldn't really tell you how Cloud compares to Sephiroth. Can I make them... They're like very slightly off from each other, which is upsetting, but also... Buster, sorry, I thought it was a Buster Blader related thing for a bit, so, for the second there, so yeah, you got my brain. Yeah, I saw those just out and about, and I was just like, I know who I'm thinking of right now. I know who I am thinking of. Well. And remember when I almost ended this stream like an hour in because of the internet issues? Man, that was a hell of a time ago. And now we've continued onward here. Oh, silent until summoned. Look, when Sephiroth, when the theme of One Winged Angel comes, right, I just realized as well, I'm still technically on the line for doing a One Winged Angel cover at 500,000 subs if I ever end up hitting that. You know what? At least that means I'm in the similar algorithms as HoloLive. That means there is crossover in there, the algorithm do its job, and then pull more people to me. Although, to be fair, let's be real, it's gonna pull more from, like, Limbus and such from me, but, you know, yeah, we need to work on the algorithm here. Huh. Yes, it is. Or for the cover when the time comes, yes. I'll have to learn the word. I mean, technically the original stipulation was to do it in my gibberish, but now that I have how many song covers under my belt? So I have 3 official and others that were either abandoned and unfinished, and one that needs to release within the next week for reasons of a deadline for a contest. I don't expect to win that contest, but it's a fun thing. Hope to be existing when that happens. So do I! People around here have more faith in me to get it. Oh! I also need to message Venvi and Dan because the game Guards that we played, like, in March of last year has finally gotten words that it's going to be updating again. You too, when you're sure it's the first thing on and I do appreciate that. I actually find this hilarious. So the Dead by Daylight Springtrap stream, I think it was that one, double checking. But it had a view, it had a view yesterday. Like with 48, actually no, that's like 48 hours ago at this point. That was from notifications. That stream took place 4 days ago. But yeah, to those of you who enjoy hearing me sing, you'll get to hear that again soon within the next, like... Actually, it has to be less than a week just because of going on taking a little trip this week. What the... Oh, that's my hair covering that. Yeah, I'm taking a little trip this weekend. Yeah, so I need to work on... get that... It's almost done. I just need to fine-tune some stuff and maybe re-record some stuff. Yeah. Oh, Vaughn trip. I hope I will. I hope I will. It's like 3 hours of driving. Just a random... Say without being... I mean, there are 3 covers on this channel. One, there's the String Theocracy, the Mugen cover that I did with Venvi, and then Dear Agony, which is the most recent one, which I just kind of whipped up in 3 days. Which I just whipped up really, 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 really quickly. Also, yeah, the Mugen cover with Venvi recently crossed 200 views, so thank everyone for that one. That was a fun... I'm glad to see that one going. Yeah, String Theocracy is at 429. For the last, like, 6 months. You know what? That is a hell of a thing. It's on Iron Lotus in the shower. Haven't we all? Haven't most of us around here sung some sort of a Millie song in the shower or otherwise private? If you haven't, are you even really a Project Moon enjoyer? I don't know if I'm gonna use this. I don't know either. Like, that was, like, it's a 2-day late notification is a really weird thing. After the stream has ended. That's really weird. Oh, the shower. I just sing whatever comes to mind. Like, Millie a lot of the time comes. A lot of My First Story. There's a reason I knew about Mugen before me and Venvi covered it. It's because I was following My First Story, and I just enjoy a lot of their stuff. Although not being fluent in Japanese and does not make it easy to sing that, but just every so often a Millie song just chimes into the head and just, you know. Everything from Metallica to Lady Gaga to the Cult of the Lamb. Nah, my liked stuff on my YouTube playlist is, I like to say it has everything in it from Japanese love songs to Russian metal. So, yeah, no, we got the variety on there. We are the varietous. In a community shower, oddly enough, no one complained. I wonder at that point, is that just they're not complaining because they just don't want to complain, or because they're too awkward to complain because you're in a community shower? Actually, a community shower is the best place to do stuff in public because no one's gonna complain while you're all just trying to shower. And then the people will hear you no matter what. You force people to hear you. It's only awkward if you don't actually light yourself on fire as you do it. If you light yourself on fire, it's perfectly normal and acceptable. Trolling embassy. I barely enjoy public bathrooms. I don't enjoy public showers. Would be nightmare. Public showers would be a nightmare. Mwah. What is bro? But they listened, and that's the important thing. They just go home like, hey, there was some crackhead who was singing in the shower. We don't know why he was hurt. I don't know why this is their voice. I guess they're meth heads. Look, the meth heads are complaining about the crackheads in this universe, I guess. I'm kind of violating my own I'm supposed to be quiet rule here. Really hope I don't get a copyright claim from using the 8 hours of Halo 3 ODST music with rain falling. Really, if I do, if the stream vanishes, you know it's because I used this. So in other words, get your hate crimes out. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Get them out now. Seriously, this is a joke for legal reasons. Get the hate crimes out of the way now because this stream might not survive. Seriously, this is a joke. Don't do it. About 20 minutes ago. I thought about it as well, but if anything, it's gonna be the Halo copyright, which I've played Halo 3 ODST. Did I get a copyright claim on Halo 3 ODST? ODST. No, I didn't get a copyright claim on Halo 3 ODST when I played it, so I think we're good. I think we're good. If this video itself decides to claim me, then I'm just like, well, you're just posting the music, and then that's interesting. Inhale. How fucking dare you? How dare you? How dare you cabbage the cabbage with your cabbage? Guess the VODs didn't survive the flood. Is that a rain joke or a Halo joke, Freeman? That one's multifaceted. Is that a joke about the flood from Halo, or is that a joke about the rain? I can't tell. Cabbage. Wait, so you inhale the cab and exhale the veg? Interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess we have a war in chat of the cabbages versus the anti-cabbage. This will be an entertaining thing to watch. I wish there was a way I could have it where you guys are having war with each other. Would your badge a cab? What does badging a cab mean? Oh, so I remember we were talking, it was brought, like, it being hot was brought up. So, remember how I said the trip for the weekend involves, like, 3 hours of driving? My car does not have functional air conditioning, so I'm really just hoping windows down is going to be enough for that. Really praying on that one. Because it ain't a certainty. We're really just hoping I don't die, I don't heat exhaust myself. You know what? Wait, if you get bagel from a cab, I don't trust that you're not getting drugged and... So if someone in a cab offers you a bagel, and then you get knocked out from the bagel because it was drugged, they can just drive you around and around and around and around and around and build up the toll meter. Do I have any portable fans? It's called rolling down the windows. It's called rolling down the windows.
No, the taxi gives you the bagel? No, the taxi gives you the bagel? No, the taxi...
Okay, I just thought, now that I've tested out my old mic for like left-right binaural audio, I really want to do a Doi ASMR where
I'm only talking like this, but it's then going back and forth and so Doi, 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 like back and forth like that. That would be a great thing.
I'm literally prone to heat stroke. And like I said, I've almost died. Well, actually, I'm real glad I'm not super medically prone to heat stroke because, like I said, lived out of my car in a 90-degree summer while working overnights. Yeah, you dozed off again. It's almost like this is supposed to be a calming stream, and it's doing its job. Well, you came back as we were discussing Doi ASMR, I guess.
Doi, Doi, Doi. Doi, 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 Doi.
And that is the ASMR of this stream. I was over now and cold, almost fell asleep. Oh. No, yeah, I think it was, I think I've had a case of I've stood outside barefoot and shirtless in the snow before. Don't ask the context for why I did that.
Doi voice, but you get a TED Talk on the relative of time paradox.
Oh, funny. Yawn.
Yawn. Doi, 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 Doi.
Yeah, the cold I much prefer to the heat. I mean, what's the saying? You can put on as many layers as you need, but you can only strip so much before you become a public nuisance. Miss Korea. How is the weather in Korea? I do not know. What? We're talking about weather. How is Korean weather? Use a... love bordering Canada. Why? I don't know why. Very hot or very cold, or very cold, or what is that last or gonna be? Wind turns out pretty. Oh, fun. Korea. It can be any of the above. Does not take so much of the only blood vessels and heart and brain. Look, you can only take off a skin suit so safely, is what I would say. There is the danger, you know, of accidental bleedage. You never know what you'll get once you're there. The dangerous game of what the hell do you do to balance out losing blood and keeping heat? If you're burning, skin yourself. Please don't. Actually, yes. Wait, don't actually, but... You play a dangerous Game Boy? Yes. But don't worry, if you're a girl, there's no such thing as a dangerous game girl, so you can't play that one. So girls are perfectly fine to strip your skin free. Ladies, remove your skin. Just morph into jellyfish. That requires removal of brain. That requires remove of brain is the problem. Because jellyfish, no brain. You know, the swirly thing actually looks pretty... I enjoy how it looks with the purpley aesthetic. Maybe you don't have a brain. Well, I'd be impressed if no brain... Well, actually, jellyfish live without a brain. I guess you could type without one. Wait a minute. Why would you need to purchase Lobotomy Corporation if you don't have a brain to lobotomize? Yuki kick. Ow, pain! Yuki, this is the quiet stream. Why must you kick in the quiet stream? Why? Why? But also, how you doing? How you been? You been kicking teeth in of all the people? I trust you have. I haven't exactly been within tooth-kicking range in a while lately. In a while lately? Yeah. You bit your friend yesterday? How hard? Did you get after the new twin support cards release? Bird, I appreciate all the work you're going in for all that. For you as in the ultimate being. Yeah, buddy, I refer to you as the final boss of this chat, at least as far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes. Hey, if you two are gonna fight, can I at least provide commentary over it like I normally do? If you two are gonna fight, can we set it up so that I provide commentary over it? I may not be dueling, but I want to be involved where I have no right to be involved. I am the mediator. Look, we can set this up in a spectate room, where I then, you know, I spectate. Look, I guess I could do... Oh god, I need to set up a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. Alright, when are you two both available? Use a time zone I can convert to easily. Hold on, where's the... Look, I guess we're doing a Yu-Gi-Oh stream solely so that I can watch you two kick each other. What the hell? Why are you... Hold on. Yeah. You may watch... Hey, Thumb. If I could bother you, could you go back and find the past cases where you and Yuki have fought on this channel and I can make some level of compilation of the saga of Thumb versus Yuki? Alright, give me a date and a time that you two are both of it. Why are there... So I just pulled up this notepad that I wrote on what was I counting? Because there's 13 tallies, squiggly mark, 250. 3 tallies scribbled out, 10 tallies. Oh, to me, it's going to take some time. Alright, well, I guess... That might be kind of far right. Alright, well, either way, keep me informed. And I will be the officiator. I'm much better as a caster of Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I am as a competitor. I can put my full energy into casting over the stuff and trying to pretend like I know exactly what I'm talking about when I really don't. Just often part of it. Also, Digital, I saw the stuff you sent me if you're still here. Like... Wait, Jormungandr? Oh, I'm sorry, they have the friggin' World Serpent as a Cyber Dragon? That is impressive. The Norse myth one, or is it a different? Yeah, no, I know it's a Norse. I know Jormungandr is, yeah. I know what Jormungandr is loosely, but the part use icon. And the part where wait, very janky, pasted on you while commenting. I could just live post that. Hold on. Yugi hair PNG. Alright, that is not transparent. Alright, that is not transparent. This is a thing that I would need to pay for, I think. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Save it, just PNG. To the Yu-Gi-Oh! Folder. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna see how this goes. 24 got like 3 cards. Oh, okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on, how quickly can I whip up Yugi hair onto myself? How quickly can I do this? And hold on, you into here, into there, into this. And do this. Hold on, don't mind me. That, we're not going to pay too much attention to a lot of stuff. That, and then we're going to... Alright, we have that done, and now... Oh, scooch you to there. Do-do-do-do. This is probably to mention the test will be a test run of the employees. First, I appreciate all the effort you are putting into that. Alright, can I... It is very... Why do I have a gift of... Hold on, I just... When did I download... I've never used this. When did I download a GIF of Mind Crush? I just saw this. When did I download a GIF of Mind Crush? Wait, when did I do this? 1 second. Properties. Last modified January 7th, 2025. That was earlier this year. What happened on January 7th? Discord at some point. Hold on, we have an objective here. There we go. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Insert Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme. We don't talk about January 7th. Alright, yeah, we very quickly PNG-defied some Yugi hair and... So we cut over the Millennium Eye. Pegasus... Can I just say, over the years, especially during all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, I am so surprised at how basically non-existent the Pegasus comparisons were. During the comment, yeah. All right, so we got this. I guess I could also hold. Yeah, look, we can assort many wigs. I currently have Yugi. I need to make a wig folder because I have Yugi and I have Bob Ross. We have a lovely collection of those two. Yugi boy. Something something tune blah blah. I genuinely forget all the stuff I could do, but it doesn't matter. Blah blah Shadow Realm blah blah. Eyes restrict blah blah. Oh no. I don't know what the hell my brain just went off on, but someone interprets something and extrapolates something from that. I'm sure you can. Toon, Blue Eyes, White Dragon. Blah blah relinquish is friggin' jacked. And also I slam the 1,000 eyes onto him. And also I read your mind. Can't hide anything in the homework folder in here. I mean, look, if you just send the stuff out there, I'm sure people will be interested. Oh, it's vaguely insulting descriptor. Wait. Inserve? What the hell would inserve even mean? Blah blah millennium blah 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 toon word blah blah I lost the love of my life blah blah man am I glad 4Kids censored my death so that I could keep living blah blah. Yes, we don't talk about the fact that in the manga my eye was ripped out and I was murdered. Thanks, Bakura. Isn't that a thing? Wasn't he just straight up... Didn't he straight up get, you know... Blah, blah, I'm not in the movie. But he is in the movie. But which movie? Pyramid of Light, he's in that movie. Touched by magical spinniness that essentially sends you to hell. What type of drugs am I on? Blue Eyes Max Dragon? Oh, the Dark Side of Dimensions, yeah. Because Dark Side of Dimensions was more manga canon line. Also, I have a strange... the Dark Energy discs, because they are 4Kids censorship, they can't be that bad. Aim guns at purple was censored. It was just people pointing... Pointing aggressively is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. In the 4Kids version, it is just... You point aggressively and threaten to say bang. Which I don't actually... Look, at certain points, I don't even understand why guns are necessary when there appears to be... Oh, no, wait, I forgot. That was a censorship thing. Kaiba was just straight up threatening suicide. At the, whatchamacallit, the, Duelist Kingdom, I forgot, in the dub, he says the, quote, vibrations of the hologram may send me off the edge of this tower, but no, I forgot. Wasn't that a censorship thing to cover up the fact that he legitimately, in the Japanese version, was like, if you beat me, I'll kill myself? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that how that was? Good old... it was... Okay, thank you for confirming that. I do just like, though, that technically, the profile picture, it is really tiny. I can't really see it from here, at least on my screen. Yeah, man, it's amazing to just look back at, like, even go back from, but they're holograms, how do they even cause vibrations? Look, 4Kids didn't care about that. They just cared about not bringing up the... they just wanted to censor. This was early hologram tech. These were just holograms. These were not mass. This is up to my own... Wait, what? You can do whatever you wish with that. 4Kids are family friendly. Yeah. I genuinely wonder... Like, there are times I look at stuff 4Kids got their hands on, like, how the hell did they... There was the 4Kids One Piece, right? Oh, that is a nice fun logo there. Nice fun PFP. But yeah, like, some of the stuff 4Kids gets, I'm just like, what the hell did anyone think? Even Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I forget to bridge too. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX English dub is hilarious. I will say that, but I will stares at Sanji smoke. Yeah, smoke. Wink, 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 wait, wink. Wink. Even Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, it's a silly game about a card game, or it's a silly show and manga about a card game, but it's just like, why did we think that this was a good idea to try and make appealing to? I mean, bearing in mind, I have since a very young age, I think 3 or 4, or whenever it was available. I don't know how old I would have been at the time, but I have had an uncensored Harpy Lady card, and I'm actually going to tell you, it really didn't have much of an impact on me because as a child, I didn't even notice the boobs. I was too young and too innocent. I didn't think anything of boobs at the time. Nowadays, I stare at that card and I'm just like, hot damn, your thigh is bigger than your torso. Your individual thigh is bigger than your torso. Banger English opening. Okay, fair enough. It is very iconic, I will say. A lot of the Japanese opens. Yuki Bonk, how dare you? Look, is it deserved on my part? A little bit, but also, let me appreciate, screw it, just let me appreciate. Let me appreciate what I'm looking at. It looks nice. Oh. Actually, I will say, but I don't know about the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And the GX English openings were both good and iconic. So, what do they pay for guys get their hands on to censor? I have no idea. Also overheated. God, well. Get well, don't vomit on yourself, get to the toilet for it. Maybe maybe run a cold bath or something. The Neos cards are the experimentation with the old... I don't know why they thought Neos needed to bounce back to deck every time. There are some better ones later. Is this... Wait, hold... Why is it just rain now? One Piece, maybe Naruto. Did they get Naruto at any point? Hold on. What shows did 4Kids get? They had Pokemon for a bit, it seems. Okay, this is just random stuff. What the hell? G.I. Joe Sigma 6. What the hell is that one? There was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, Pokemon stuff. There's some Pokemon stuff in here. There's a Kirby thing on here. Kirby, right back at ya. This is just... Okay, well, let's just actually look at this one. What the hell is the Adrenaline Project? This is... Okay, former TV productions. 4 licensing... Okay. You can look up the wiki. Where the hell? Kirby right back at you. Man, what the hell? Yeah, there's the One Piece one. Production ceased after 104 episodes, currently licensed and handled by Crunchyroll. Yeah, the One Piece one was a fun mistake. Oh, there's the loop. We don't talk about... I don't know what Adrenaline Project is. Oh my god. Oh, for nausea. They are... well, how expired are they is my question. I've taken multi-month expired cold medicine, so I mean, Sponsorship is do whatever you ever... I know I've done this as a thing over time. Yeah. They had 417 episodes of Pokemon. Pokemon Chronicles. What the hell is Predicure? Shaman King. What the hell? Oh, they had a Sonic thing under them. Sonic X was apparently under them. Was that the one I watched when I was younger? No, I don't think. No. Nah. I know I watched some Sonic thing when I was younger. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did they have the stuff on? Yeah, this is a whole... This is a... The 4Kids... The 4Kids is a rabbit hole. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, for it, on one hand... On one hand, yeah, I've consumed months expired cold medicine. And yeah, there is... How far expired was it again? About 2 months? Okay, what is the medicine exactly? Hey, for... What exactly is the medicine, real quick? Because I will say, with medicines, they usually try and be very careful about that stuff, and sometimes, depending on the medicine, the worst that happens is, like, decreasing potency. We can at the very least see if it is a good or a bad thing to even try. Also, I realize now I've kind of failed. Wrote over the label with a marker. How does writing over their label make it quicker to know what they do? First, there are these things called post-it notes or sticky labels. You can put those on over it without destroying what... You need to order those. Let me just real quick. Hold on. Let me just real quick. You can order 800 sticky notes for under $6. It's a bad habit, yes, and this is an intervention. This is an intervention for it, okay? Look, there are many things you do that I potentially disagree with or find questionable. This is one where I'm just like, interesting. Like, actually, hold on, what is, one second, we're just gonna, oh, Halo 3 ODST, get your music back on. I'll just way of writing on the label, hold on, like, what does this do? Okay. Well, I guess I should consider myself lucky. Why? Hold on, I googled expired Dayquil and NyQuil, and one of the people also asked is, can I take NyQuil that expired 2 years ago? May not be safe or effective. Many factors can affect the stability of medicine, including yeah. Reviewers have to write the label for a lot of stuff besides just medicine. There is a point. Is there not enough surface area that you could write on that is not the important, like, information? Reduce effect is minimal or no side. Okay, NyQuil. What do you do? Okay. Is there any way you could read what exactly it is? Because then we could figure out if it might just be a reduced potency or otherwise or all that, you know. Because yeah, at least in my case, Minimal or no side effects in most cases for Dayquil and NyQuil being expired. The answer should be obvious. Well, to be fair, hold on. How long ago? So in that thing's defense, I had been taking 2.5 years expired melatonin because I didn't realize it had an expiration date. And 2 months. No. We're talking about the Google search because the Google search was the first thing that popped up that said 2 years. Hey, if natural selection removes me of mod, then a moderator and a friend, then we do not let Darwin do work. But yeah, no, I have 2.5 years expired melatonin just because I didn't realize melatonin expired, and I looked it up. Melatonin, the only real thing you need to worry about is reduced potency. Thankfully on that one. Also, hold on. Put me back to my normal spot. You think it was that? Wait, if this is NyQuil, that's not for vomit. Wait. If this is NyQuil, then that's not for vomit. NyQuil, not for vomit. That's like cold relief. Not NyQuil. Yeah, okay. Don't want to be him in L Corp. It's funny, he doesn't seem like all that bad of a guy in Lob Corp. Well, he seems messed up, but to a point, but... You mix of label... If you were going to take NyQuil for vomiting, you also need to know what medicine does. Because you don't understand. Well, if you fall asleep, you won't feel yourself wanting to vomit. Well, here's the problem. You know how you want to lay drunk people, really, like blackout drunk people on their side, because if in case they vomit, you want it to not, you want them to not choke on it? Okay, wait, you know what? I am waiting on whatever the hell you have just discovered. I am waiting on this. I'm waiting. Why did you write no vomit? So not only did you write on the bottle covering up other information that could be useful, you wrote wrong information. Oh, Furret of the past, creating issues for Furret of the at-the-time future, but now present. Furret, have you also considered, again, okay, well, you said be right back, so we're just gonna... That's for Colt. Yes, that is kind of the whole point. God, I hope you weren't drunk and taking the medicine. That would be a hell of a combo. Although, to be fair, this is far from the... To be fair, that is far from the dumbest thing to do while drunk, coming from someone who has nearly walked off a roof and lit myself on fire. Which is bad if you... let me get your words out. Oh my god, wait for it. Oh, what did you do for it? Oh, hey, wait. Hunter is back on Twitter. I don't know when those messages popped up, but yeah. Or which is bad if you're in need of accurate consumption. Look, I've lit myself on fire multiple times, and the roof is just because that's how I have to leave my home, is I need to walk on a roof. The lighting myself on fire was actually within the past week. Let's just say I may or may not have a burn blister somewhere on me, but other than that, we're basically fine. Look, I should be a walking PSA against some alcohol, you know, drinking. But, we're 4 miles before servicing is like, oh my god, that is like nothing happened. Yeah. Look, I enjoy fire stunts. What was I thinking while drunk? Well, I think the statements there... Look, I have lit myself on fire while sober, and when I did that, I did a lot of precautions. A, wrapped my arm in something that was in, like, athletic tape, wet the athletic tape before applying the flammable stuff, and also I was outside in the winter with a nearby snowbank. So, at the very least, out of the habit prescribed hours ago, but are not expired somehow. Oh, fun. Hey, at least you got that. Are you permitted to make one sticker for the Discord server? I would... you know what? We have a ferret heart sticker. If you want to make one for yourself, then yeah, we can have every mod make one to represent themselves. But yeah, no, while I was drunk lighting myself on fire, it was a lot less thought put into it. If I'm completely sober, I know what to do with fire, but then I realize I really... Is that what you're... Yeah, I saw what you posted in there, and I figured I knew what you were up to. Why did I do that? Because I was bored, and I kind of just wanted to. I was able to hold the flame on me for 8 seconds, for reference. I was able to fully engulf from forearm to hand for 8 seconds. No, I don't have one. Well, do we not have it? We don't have the sticker, but we have the emote.
Okay, so what did we learn? Manager lit himself on fire, and do not trust me near medicine.
Yes. Oh, look, Ethan, I was perfectly fine when I was sober. I know how to take precautions. The biggest thing I had to do was also tie my hair back so I didn't light that on fire. Could have punched someone and become Miras. Yes. No, I've been a pyro since single digits in age, so that's kind of just a known thing. I just enjoy fire. I enjoy fire a lot. That's not something I brag about. I mean, I think it is pulling out, doing the fire stunt with zero injury. Again, the while intoxicated one is the less braggable one due to the again actual burn blister I currently have, which considering I have only one tiny burn blister and at each given points, my entirety of, like, shin was lit on fire? This is what it feels like to be a parent? Look, I got no idea. Usually I'm the one doing the parenting. And admittedly, the sober light myself on fire was over half a decade ago at this point, so it's not like a thing I regularly do. And I only lit myself on fire this recent time due to excessive alcohol consumption, which, There's a difference between being dumb instead of right. It would be better just so you have, in case you need detailed more information. You can get said detailed more information. A 4-foot rock onto your sister's hand. How do you even drop a 4-foot rock? Like, shoved? But there is a thing, Ethan, to a point, Again, I'll give the qualifier of, when sober, I tend to know my limits and what I can tolerate and do and endure. So I will at least use that as a defense. I, at the very least, have that as a defense of knowing what I can take damage and pain-wise. 70-foot Santa Ridge, North Dakota? I do not remember this being brought up, but, Hunter, but if you want to, feel free. I have to crane my head up to look at Twitch, so I may not be looking at all times, but... Labeling can definitely be some level of fun, but... Also, can I just say, concurrent viewers 7, chat rate 7, views 77. Or how that could have gone wrong. Look, could have but didn't, and that is a thing of, again, I knew a little bit, and it was not just a thing of I did that, I built up to it to kind of learn, okay, this is how this type of flame feels, blah, 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 blah. And also, to the point, if no one did and never... and on a dedicated class... Ooh, put Neil's out like to class. Ooh, fun. I will... What was I going to say? I did not... Yeah. There is a thing of risks should be taken to a degree. Also, fire stunts are just a thing. But I've lit myself on fire and jumped into a frozen lake. Albeit the into a frozen lake thing I had friends present for. So... yeah. Try not to let yourself in place again. I won't without proper precautions, and I will learn to keep the flammable stuff away from me if alcohol is also near me. Voting for you to buy Post-it? Yeah, you spend the $6 on Post-its. Use Post-its just in case you need, or some level of sticky label that can be peeled back in case you need to view information. Because, you know, labels tend to have useful stuff that you don't want to cover. Well, near dangerous stuff. Well, here's the thing. Living completely... This is just a thing I'm just gonna give it. Just the stress of life has been getting a little bit more lately, hence why the increased frequency of Loon getting drunk. Yeah, I'm gonna try to not do that as much, because I'm just like, yeah, no, that's just gonna make it worse in the long run. While being half ablaze. I sadly was not half ablaze. It was, like I said, forearm to tip of finger. I don't even... God, Avatar The Last Airbender is something I need to watch at some point. That is absolutely something I need to watch at some point. That was long before... That was before Library of Ruina even existed, so... I was fire before her. Also, I am beginning to get a nice amount of tired, and now that the stream has gone on for like 4 hours longer than it was intended to, I do believe this shall be a fun, good little time to conclude us. Now that we've had this... I want... But the original book, Who I Want book. Exactly. Watch the movie. Sadly enough, I've seen the live-action M. Night Shyamalan movie at some point. I saw that when it came out. I've seen some episodes of the show, but I've seen... Whatchamacallit? Last thing on Last Airbender. I did watch some episodes randomly, just as they were on TV. But like just some random episodes throughout, and also I think the final episode with the or not the final episode, but the final showdown with Firelord, what's his name? Oh, Firelord, what's his name? Oh, and my internet appears to be dying right as I want to end it. So, you know what? Yep, internet is indeed dying at the moment, right as I decide I wish to end. So, you know what? Happenstantial fortune of the timing. This shall be end. Whether I wanted it or not, it would seem. So, for now, I say... I thank people who came. Old Nerd Shop people found themselves enjoying this. And as per usual and always... Bye-bye. I'm actually not going to play the outro. I'm just going to let this slow wind us down to the end.